Hello, everyone! That was a silent moment, except for, of course, the tipper-tappering of Rugwash's keyboard. Welcome to Pathfinder, the Brig, Part 7, I believe. Everybody is here, and last time on Pathfinder, the Brig, they ended up blowing up a ship, because blowing up ships is, like, the trend of the current two sessions, of course.
It was purely incidental, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it was just by accident because they killed the captain when they held Persondom, and his life was magically linked to the core of the ship. So, unfortunate that they couldn't capture it, but such is life, I guess. So the ship blew up. Everybody managed to get out of there safely. And Theophilus is incredibly happy with the results. So, you know, there's the whole situation with him potentially funding the Red Ravens war effort now, if you know what I mean, rather than the Magpies, as was the way that he described what he was going to do. If you missed out on any of that stuff, of course, you can go back to, you can click on my YouTube channel, and all that is like archived, so if you want to watch previous sessions, it's all there. Please do so. I much appreciate the follows and so forth. Anyway, continuing right along. This week, we have a new face with us. A new face who is sitting in for Orog because he is away this week doing Italian things, presumably. You know, pasta.
Eating tomato sauce.
And really hairiness. You get the idea. So we have Lightspath from the chat sitting in with us today, playing Valder Lightbane. And yeah, so let's get on with it, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Our regularly scheduled introductions. Let's do that. So we have, of course, our regular cast of characters, other than Light, who I will have introduce his character last, so that we can have the sort of new guy on the last end, so to speak. Perfect. So Kilroy, you are first, my good sir. Introduce for us Kraz.
Okay, so Kraz is a little bit of a peculiar character. He's a elf witch male, and he's just a really odd dude. Like, he's kind of developing a little bit of psychosis at this point, because of all the things that have happened since he came to the Brig and such. And yeah, just a little bit insane.
He was kind of a nice guy before he got thrown in prison. Now he's crazy.
Exactly.
Fuzzy, why do you not talk to us about Alia, good sir?
Alright, I play Alia, the 3rd level Tengu Magus. She was an orphan as a child, came here for the Brig trying to get some higher clientele, because she's a courtesan. And, yeah, trying to help out the orphans that she once was. And, yeah, she's with this rowdy bunch of men, as well as this Frenchman that calls her bitch.
Dirty French people.
Fuck you.
French elves.
All the French.
Stupid Ginger and his real Frenchness. Alright.
Dude, I could
Perfect.
French the shit off your face.
Alright, next. Yeah, aren't the French better at putting shit on people's faces? I mean, anyway.
Hey, but that's how French I am. I could take it off.
You know the techniques. Anyway,
Yeah.
Ginger, introduce DDA for us.
DDA is elf sorcerer, 3rd level like everybody else. It's kind of a douchey Frenchman. You know, been put in the Brig for accused embezzlement. You know, sometimes refers to this dirty bird chick as like a pigeon, because you know she just like hides behind doors and poops on shit. But you know,
What?
just the use.
The animosity is real! Holy shit, okay. Alright.
Got him.
Yeah.
Got him.
French guy.
Okay, which way do I have to look to see Fuzzy? I don't know.
To see Fuzzy, it's like that way.
That way.
Yeah, there you go. So, Rack, why don't you introduce Purity for us, man?
Who is a follower of Phalorian and was basically one of the originals, kept alive by reincarnation. And so she's in the Brig to cleanse the corruption that has been brought up here.
She's totally all about the cleansation.
Mm.
All right, Isil, Yin, tell us about Isil.
I play Isil. He's a Kobold Paladin, Golden Scales, and he's currently in the Brig because he decided to assault a noble because he was doing necromancy.
Indeed.
That's a no-no to Paladins, so...
So,
Yeah.
you know, sort of ended up fighting people who had better influence than him, sadly. Poor Isil, a victim of circumstance. And last but not least, we have the illustrious Valder Lightbane, played by Lightspath. Why not tell us just a little about Valder, so that we can segue into him a little later.
You just want me to give like the character
Yeah, just the
introduction, or you
brief,
want me to,
brief,
like, why he's in Brig?
the brief overview. You know,
Okay.
give me the Cole's notes.
Okay. Valder Lightbane is a level 3 Oracle, lawful evil, follower of Asmodeus. He was born into a rich family. He's a half-elf. His elven family lives on the 2nd tier, and his human family lives on the 5th tier. And he is essentially in the Brig because he doesn't really care for other people, and one of the higher-ups got annoyed at this, so he sent mercenaries after him. And Valder basically wiped out all of the mercenaries, went to the guy's house, killed his guards, then went to the guy and intimidated him so bad that he was found the next day still crying. And so of course his parents couldn't cover him for this, and he ended up in the Brig.
Yeah, that kind of
But
thing will get you in the Brig. Yeah.
More of a loner, kind of, stays to himself because he's really intimidating and people don't like to approach him.
Indeed, indeed. So you can see now why he thought you and Isil would be friends, Yin.
Oh, yeah.
You see how they would get along so well.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely a dynamic duo. All right, so today's session begins. I'm gonna move you guys over to the Red Ravens Market because this is like kind of the best place to gather. Who am I missing? Okay, Oron's still here. Orog is
Dirty.
still here, but that's fine. Flinty's still here. He still exists, so it's fine. I like all the characters sort of end up here eventually. Ginger's fuzziness kind of just cut out. Did I lose the call?
No?
No.
I just lost Ginger from the call. Yeah. Yeah, he's the only one, I think. Anyway, so we're gonna throw Valder Lightbane on here. Now, okay, hang on. Let's.
Need purity too, I think.
We need purity? Okay. Yeah, she hasn't been on this map yet, huh? There we go. Is everybody still on this call? Sound off for me.
What up?
One.
Okay.
Fuzzy.
I'm in.
Kilroy, you still here?
Yo.
And who am I missing? Valder, are you still here?
Yes.
Perfect.
Always
Okay,
here.
everybody is still in the call. Everything's fine. Good. Lovely.
Freaking out, man.
Yeah, I'm freaking out. So, basically, you guys have ended up after taking out that ship. There was a lot of raucous, sort of problematic encounters with guards on the next few, shipments that came in. Generally, hearing that you blew up a ship from Kindlewatch means that the other cities send triple or so forth the amount of men, and then you end up with people getting shot because they were a little bit suspicious and so forth, and just generally things are a little more tense at the docks than they used to be. But Theophilus takes up his regular place at the docks. You guys have seen him there and doing his regular thing, and he seems to be all good about it. He sent a messenger with his group to the leaders of the Red Ravens, and they've had a discussion, and there seems to be sort of an amicable conclusion that's come out of that. Clearly, there's some sort of agreement going on. Whether or not it's enacted right now that you're getting extra things, you don't really know. Because of these extra security measures, clearly he's got to wait till the heat dies down just a little bit before he can bring in the extra goods that the Red Ravens want. And Yeah, so you guys have had, and I did this with the last group, and I kind of want to keep it on the same time frame. So you guys have had quite a bit of downtime, like in the last little while, and you've been seeing a lot of people sort of move in and out of the Red Ravens group, and you know, new faces in the marketplace here, and various other smaller factions kind of like throwing their lot in with the Ravens, and sort of the momentum is that the Ravens are going to be the ones that are going to like push up into Magpie territory and eventually be in charge. So there's kind of a lot of like, you know, hey, we don't know what side to be on, so we're going to throw in with the people we think are going to win, sort of attitude happening right now. And the rumblings and rumors are that if the Ravens do win in this conflict with the Magpies, and the Magpies are wiped out, or at least, you know, just like destroyed, decimated, that the Ravens will control more territory at once than any group has controlled at once for like 30 years. You know what I mean? Like it's like sort of a Brig Empire, a little bit situation happening.
Dun, dun, dun.
In that they will be in control of larger swathes of territory than has been for a long time. So anyway, you guys have had, or you will have, like about a month to kind of do what it is that you want to do, and we're gonna go through it with a little bit of with a little bit of detail. I want to kind of know what you guys have been up to and so forth, but also Valder Lightbane, our new individual, has been a face that has been seen around the Red Ravens sort of main camps and areas recently. Clearly not, you know, generally affiliated with them, but he seems to have come across some interesting information that may be valuable to the Ravens or to groups in general within the Brig, and this is the place you want to bring that kind of thing if you wanted to get the most out of it. What you have found out, Valder, is a way through one of the presumably sealed passages in the sort of lower areas of the Brig into storage space, which you assume will basically have will basically contain more of the sort of older technology, but the stronger technology, like the grenade that was thrown by Urso, so forth, that kind of stuff that you guys have seen before, like more of that within this storage area, and you alone have found sort of this way to maybe access this area with a special coded device in your possession. So this is sort of my out of character. This is sort of my in for the group, so to speak, and that like this guy has a thing that will probably help you guys out. So you need to go and get the cool stuff from the place to help your team, and this guy knows how to get there.
What was the thing again? Do I need to write it down?
Not really. Basically, you have what is sort of a Magitech data.
You
key.
have the plot device.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To open, you have
the key to get
you
there.
have today's MacGuffin. Okay, you have today's plot device exactly. Without Orog, I don't want to like move into killing bosses territory, if you know what I mean. I want like the solid full team. But today is going to be about strengthening the item requisition, so to speak. But yeah, you guys have had like a month of downtime, basically, wherein all this has been happening, and like you've heard the rumors that Valder has this, you know, map or has this key, and knows where to go and to use it. It's particularly interesting because it's similar to the key you guys saw for the console that Urso had, but that has disappeared. You know, that you don't know where it is. And basically it's just enticing, you know. So, in a month of downtime, what do you, ladies and gentlemen, get up to in sort of the month that passes in between dealing the heavy blow at the docks and now, you know? What do you guys get up to? So, like, Kilroy, if I were going to say, like, what does Kraz do with, like, a month, you know?
We don't have current access to the vault, right?
To the...
Or, you know,
to
the
what
vault
I,
of stuff that
to
he
what I
found
was
or
just...
whatever?
No. to what I was just talking about, that's gonna be like today's adventure, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
We're gonna be moving into that.
Can you come back to me because I hadn't really.
Of course.
that.
Does anybody have like a sort of like
Oh,
Ian?
I got
you
some
got
minor
some.
stuff.
You got some stuff. Hit me.
Yeah. If Issel doesn't have any sort of direct orders from the Red Ravens to do something, his first priority would be to find probably other kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much what he'd be doing over the month. Like, hey, is there kobolds down here? Are they over there?
You just like looking for other kobolds?
Yeah.
Do you want to do like a perception or like a search or something? Like I don't know
Sure.
exactly what stat you'd want to use, but if you have one you'd rather use than perception, like like knowledge local or knowledge nature or
Issel
whatever.
is really imperceptive. Like, just
Okay,
not very
well, do you
jump,
have
so-
anything else that you think will work better?
Diplomacy.
Yeah,
gather
diplomacy.
information.
Diplomacy's good for gathering
Sure.
information.
Yeah, I can roll diplomacy.
There you go. I was like, that skill you always use?
Yeah, give us some diplomacy. Cool.
There you go. 31 diplomacy.
All right, so you actually do find fairly large swathes of kobolds within the brig, though generally gathered in smaller groups and sort of on their own. Like they have a kobold leader with a kobold group, if you know what I mean. And they're not, it's not as xenophobic as it would be in another setting. Like the kobolds, they kind of do interact with other races, but they're still sort of assholes about racial purity and so forth. Like they like to stay in their own sort of little teams, and your whole golden scale thing is a little off-putting, obviously, because you're like a kobold of virtue, and these guys are like kobolds who got sent to jail. So these are your like Rick's style kobolds, mostly. These are your like cutthroat lawful evil kobolds, or like
Yep.
neutral evil kobolds. But if you're looking to you're looking to recruit them or
I'm not looking to recruit them. I'm just looking to, like, be with them.
to be with them. Whoa.
Yeah, I
well,
wouldn't be, like, helping
sure.
them out or anything, but it'd be one of those, like, hey, you're kobolds, I'm a kobold.
Sure, and I mean
There's
they
more to life than just killing people.
they're
That's
Hashtag
pretty
kobold
much all I'm
tactics.
doing.
hashtag kobold tactics. They're happy to have you along for whatever it is. If you're an extra arm to swing a sword or whatever, they're totally cool with it. Like
It's mostly healing the wounded or whatever. But
yeah, and you get a reputation obviously with the various kobold groups of being like a guy who's pretty stand up. Like you don't really need to worry too much about Isil like accidentally slipping a knife into the back of the leader so he can assume command or anything like that. He's just generally not that kind of guy. And you get a reputation for being pretty solid healer around the excuse me kobold parts.
Kobolds, more like
Kobolds.
robolds.
Anything else?
nah, that's pretty much what Issel would be doing.
You just
in the
like
brig, at
go
least.
go kobold hunting. All right.
Yes. In the least lethal way possible.
How about anybody else? Anybody else gonna volunteer?
I'm ready.
You ready? You ready, Kilroy?
Yep.
Yeah, lay it on me then.
Okay, so I've been working on a way to refine the Otiug sludge that I brought back from the
Oh, yeah.
from the place, and once that was complete, I don't know if you want to like message me like what I can make with that, but like once that's complete, I go down to the I take a crew down to the sludge pit or whatever,
Yeah.
and start working a pipe system to bring that to the Red Ravens hideout.
Okay, so you're kind of like trying to make a pipeline a little
Sure.
bit.
So I
like,
have a ready supply of it.
you're,
you
you're
know?
like looking to get a ready supply of the OTR sludge.
Yes.
That's cool, man. I like it. You're like starting the industrial. Why don't you do knowledge engineering for me?
Absolutely.
Like a couple of times to see what kind of progress we get.
Alright.
Oh boy. Okay, that's good. You're
Yeah.
good. That's I only needed 3. That
Started off strong.
that first one you were like, yeah, okay, so we'll run the pipeline like through here and like down along the access shaft, and behind this wall there's like some good stuff that we could probably like clear away and like run the shaft through here. And then you hit this point where it was like, well, anywhere I want to move it, it kind of has to go through places people want to go, like walk through,
Yeah,
like ladder access. and so forth. And you hit a little bit of a brick wall in terms of that. It gets difficult to know where to thread this pipeline, and the continual structure of the brig sort of collapsing around you and so forth, and just generally not being very sturdy is also a problem. You know, you've got to think about, like, if this thing ruptures, it could be a really big deal.
Sure.
So you don't get all the way back to sort of like a very convenient location, but yeah, I mean, you started work on it, and you could definitely finish it, you know, at another time.
So do I have a lead engineer?
Well, I mean, there are a couple of guys working with you, but it's nothing like, you know, super organized. You're the kind of guy with the knowledge, if you know what I mean.
Okay. I need to coordinate with you for next week to have a lead engineer.
For sure, for sure. I'll write up an NPC. I just haven't got one right now. You know what I mean?
Sweet. Yeah, it was spur of the moment, so go figure.
Yeah, for sure. And I like that stuff. So if I can write up, you know, crazy halfling lead engineer, I will.
Yes.
So there you go. Okay, so anybody else want to fill me in on their month?
Purity's just obviously doing the purity thing. Probably discussing with the other followers that may or may not be in the brig. And just taking care of the dirty work for the ravens.
You're just like taking out groups of magpies who are stumbling too far into territory where they shouldn't be, and
Something like that.
sometimes just executing anyone who you think is sort of evil. Yeah,
Pretty much.
That sounds about right. Going around shooting people in the face with crossbows. It's pretty purity.
Yep. As soon as that guy brags about how many people he's killed, she's like, "Oh, really?"
Stunk. I killed one more. Yeah.
I'll say Alia's been very recluse and very contemplative.
Cool. Okay, she hasn't been doing too much.
Things.
Fair enough.
She's she's been quite silent, quite missing.
Fair enough. Fair
Alright.
enough. Ginger, what's DDA been up to?
All right. Well, you mentioned that there was a marketplace propping up.
Well, I
right?
mean, the Red Ravens marketplace, right, is like
Yeah.
sort of the place to go for a barter exchange.
So what DDA's been doing is he's been trying to kind of be like optimizing the marketplace. Be like, no, you don't sell that like that. That like they want that, so you got to make it more expensive. And like,
he's like been propping up the prices of things, like trying to create like capitalist economy within the marketplace.
yeah, just being like, how can I benefit from this?
What an asshole! He's like, look, prop up the prices and give me a cut. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
Because like finder's fee tips.
He's like, look, no. This is the way you do it better. You'll get more money like this, but you got to give me a little bit, you know?
Look, hire me on retainer as like your advisor. And
Exactly.
then, yeah,
exactly.
I got you. I know exactly the kind of thing you're doing. All right. And what about Mr. Valder Lightbane? The last month in the brig, how has that been for Mr. Valder?
It's been pretty so. You know, it's more of his like daily routine because he's used to the higher tiers in normal society. He pretty much roams wherever he wants, and a lot of the factions don't tend to bother him because they know he's not really aligned with anyone, so to say. He's really intimidating, so a lot of people, you know, lower people tend to just stay away from him. But occasionally, there's the people who are like, "I'm gonna stand up to him. You know, I'm gonna beat this guy because he looks scary." And there are deaths quite often when people step up to him. So he's
Do you want
basically
to roll?
just been roaming.
You want to just roll and intimidate for me right now?
Sure.
Natural one.
Let's hope not.
The chat right now.
I know. I'm looking at it, trying not to laugh. Okay.
Dude, this is awesome.
Okay. So yeah, your intimidation has been quite successful in keeping people sort of away from you in general, and those who do fight you have had sticky ends, and the word has spread that you are, you know, one of those people not to be fucked with, and that there's no reason really to fuck with you because you don't really align yourself with either side of anything. You know, you kind of just there doing your time.
And other than that, he's pretty self-sustaining because he can make water. You know, he heals himself. He does things like that. He doesn't really get into too much with other people because he's more of a loner anyway. So you know.
I gotcha. So, he has found himself recently, however, and now we enter the present, you know. He has found himself recently, however, within the the confines of the Red Ravens marketplace for whatever reason you would like to make up Valder, if you have one, or I can do it. I don't mind. So
You want me to do that now? Right.
yeah. Just tell us like why you have this key, that you think will access some fairly valuable treasure trove of items within one of the lower tiers in the brig, and you, from what you can discern yourself, things like this probably have security, and you'll probably be looking at a little bit of a tougher fight than just you can handle if these things are still working, So, basically, basically you're here in the marketplace, and you can go from there, if you'd like to. Just kind of take off RP-wise.
Came to the Red Ravens as they are kind of more of a growing faction, and he doesn't so much trust the rogue leader of the Muggles, as he's kind of dealt with them a little bit before, being in different territories and whatnot. He didn't leave on he's not on bad terms with anybody really, because he doesn't make enemies so much as normally they're dead afterwards, or he's just left. So he ended up with the Red Ravens as kind of they seem like the less likely to betray him, and he decided that he needed some help. So he's come to seek some, of the new people that have been making, a bunch of ruckus around the jail.
Indeed, they certainly
Because
have been making ruckus.
Their deeds are not going unnoticed by, even a loner within the jail. And, it's always nice to have a drink and sit in a marketplace, see who tries their luck to try to scare Valder.
Perfect. People looking to recruit him or scare him. He's not super happy about that sort of thing. I getcha. Okay, so those of you who are here, of course, the rest of you are here for whatever reason you'd like to discern. Feel free to fill me in or not if you want to. You could just say I'm here because this is where I hang out. Like that's fine. But you can see out of character where I kind of want the thread to go here and where I have maps for today, so maybe you can help me out in character a little bit, with some
I say we
interaction.
go straight for the Magpie's boss. Just ignore everything the elf wants to do.
Yeah, thanks.
We try to get onto
fucking
the
bastard.
ship to, what's it called? Kindle Watch.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah.
you're gonna go to Kindle Watch, okay?
Yeah, I'm
Alright,
sure you got some maps for that, right?
Oh
I say
yeah,
I say we just start trekking through the desert and head for Harn.
I have,
Actually,
dude. I do have maps for the desert.
Okay, we can't do that then. That's out of the question.
We'll end up finding the tree eventually.
So, by the way, Elf, if you want Didier to make a knowledge royalty
Oh, yeah,
roll,
totally.
because both of my sides of family does come from royalty, and he's not unnoticed because he's an oddball out within royalty.
Totally. If Ginger has knowledge nobility, he can roll it and see if he recognizes you from Harn.
Wait up. That's
The question is, does he care?
Wow.
Yeah, that's
He
kind
may
of the question.
he may
I
not,
think-
but it's still he may know me.
I think DJ would. He would see
Yeah.
the royalty and he'd want to go over there and be snobbish about
Nope,
it.
I don't know that.
He apparently you're just after his time. He got sent to the brig, and then all your shit went down, and he was already here, sort of thing.
I was just like, he's just that ponce.
Yeah, he's just a fancy-looking individual. So, oh my god, the kobolds thing, guys, is just like I
It's
look
so
over
good,
and it's
right?
just like distracting me every time. I'm like, oh my god, you guys are taking this crazy.
Dude, I can't believe I started that with a one comment.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm basically throwing it to you guys in character, like as to what you want to do at this point. You guys are within the marketplace, and you have heard rumor that Valder is looking for people.
I'm picking up
to-
ingredients currently to is this something that's kind of actively going on? Like he's talking with the council, I'm assuming, or what's this about?
Sorry.
how did the Red Ravens know about the vault or whatever? Or
It's
whatever
actually
the
not a
Ravens
Red
is?
Ravens matter. It's more individually you have heard that this person is looking for assistance. It's less of a faction matter and more of just sort of a, hey, we could get something out of this maybe matter, you know?
Okay.
Whether it be for the faction or for yourself individually, like, that is different.
Ah.
Do you want me to make an intimidate check to see
Oh,
how
he's looking for
intimidating I
help,
look
then.
just sitting there?
Sure.
Because a lot of people wouldn't, approach him.
Sure, if you want.
Why not? I mean, I'm intimidate's the main thing I do.
Just want to use that intimidate check as much as possible, right? Yeah.
And
You're
it's a 20, not a D20.
yeah.
Oh.
You gotta
Yeah, you didn't roll it.
roll d20.
Nice try.
You almost snuck it past me. There we go. It's not that much different.
That was
You're
pretty
sitting
good.
there, looking all glowering and menacing and stuff at the table. The guy across from you was like, "Dude, I don't want any shit from this guy. I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my mug of toilet wine. It'll be delicious. I just hope he doesn't punch me."
He's trying not to cry because he sees me drinking pure water. Like,
It's just like, what are you doing? You guys gotta.
Permanently stuck in that
Yeah.
blank expression.
So,
I'm just hanging out across the table from the meat shield.
Orog,
your
Orog's,
just,
Orog's like nursing several wounds from recent activities. Like he's not gonna be going anywhere today.
I walk straight up to him and be like, nobody hangs around you either, huh?
I kind of throw my eyes at him, and I'm just like, yeah, it's more by choice.
The lone wolf. Lone wolf strikes again.
I just like
I am the cool anti-hero.
I just take a seat next to him.
Look at my wide brim hat, duster, and katana.
Sure,
No, there's-
sure. That's what they all say, and I just kind of like get into a relaxed position.
Kraz is just like taking up shop next to him.
He's got a katana and a duster.
No, I was just making a joke.
I was gonna say.
Feel free
I
to
can roll
describe
with
him
that.
physically if you like, Baldur.
Yeah. Physically.
He has white hair, like bright red eyes, which kind of help, with the intimidating factor. He wears just like a basic, it's not quite royalty, but it's a higher up, like it's nicer looking, kind of like a red and black, like long peacoat type thing.
Mhm.
And he carries a morning star. And
Morningstar, badass.
He's-
Morningstar. I can
he's-
work with that.
You can
he's
work
a-
with that,
he's a,
indeed.
he's a 5'9", 147-pound half elf. So
Dude, he's so small.
Still eclipsed by me.
Shorty will walk up to him and, obviously noticing that he's carrying a morning star, will say to him, I see you carry the weapon of my deity, the man that I praise. I just wonder if you can wield it as well as he did.
I don't care much for two other deities aside my own.
Hmm.
out
One of
character, wouldn't that
those.
be like everyone?
What was that?
I was like, don't. I have
Out of
Morningstar
character,
too?
wouldn't everybody wield a Morningstar better than Felurian? Well, like
Not in
commoners.
her mind.
Commoners probably wouldn't. And keep in mind, Felurian is like now this
Yeah.
This thing.
know,
Yeah.
this thing of legend in terms of like he probably
Yeah.
like smote bitches with his Morningstar. You know what I mean?
he hit 2 or 3 people. Come on.
Like
give him
we
some credit.
we know the reality, but in fact,
The stories made it go
the
into myth
stories
before.
have made him
It's
like Zeus-like in smiting potential.
Technically, all she knows is that every time he went away to kill bitches, he came back. So, I mean,
We're starting a petition. We're starting a petition. Add Phalorian to smite.
I'm also gonna kind of look up at Purity and be like, I often don't have much need for a melee weapon, and my hand just kind of starts glowing red. Because the main attack I use is like it's a fire touch attack. So
Wait, you just like leaving that in your
I'm not
own charge?
saying that, but I'm just giving like a.
just like a little
Yeah,
font
yeah.
of fire.
He's just doing like a prestidigitation thing,
Yeah.
It's like,
Ah,
Touch
well,
of flame is
right.
always nice.
you might be useful, a lot better than some of these commoners who just run at the first thing they think is an enemy.
Might be useful. I could say the same thing about you if I actually knew you.
Hmm. I'm sure that someone around here could tell you of my reputation, and if not, then I could definitely show you, and I'll just
do you
heft
have
this giant crossbow over my shoulder.
do you have
I just glance over. I'm like, reputation, jerk.
Valder, do you have knowledge local or knowledge nobility or something like that?
Uh,
I mean, knowledge nobility won't be so much help, but it might help in the brig, so to speak.
I have planes and history. That's
Planes
it.
and history. Roll history then. Just so I can give you, a little bit of a heads up at least.
A little bit of heads up about the pain coming your way. No.
Historically, crossbows have been used to shoot fuckers. Was that it? Did I?
It's 10. Yeah.
I
No,
don't.
he's not getting much.
I don't actually see it yet. It hasn't popped up for me.
That's
Oh, really?
5 plus 5.
I just scroll down or something?
Yeah, it hasn't. It'll come, but it hasn't.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go with what you guys said, 10. Yeah, you don't actually know that much. Sadly, there it is. But you do notice that the tattoo on her arm of a sun that looks like it could almost be the symbol of Serenray, but it's just like slightly more jagged and pointy. And you would know it as the symbol of the followers of Felorian, like who are basically like this world's Nazis. Like they are like we kill everything to cleanse the evil, but guess what? Good things are also evil sometimes, so kill them all too. You know?
Not all, well, we're not all like that. Calm down.
Well, ideologically, that is basically the deal.
It's
you know?
see evil, smite evil. Okay.
Yeah.
And so if a good person does something evil, smite evil.
The Failorazis, exactly. But anyway.
Yes.
So you would know that symbol, obviously, and she has it tattooed to her arm, so clearly she is invested, if you know what I mean.
I kind of, that the fact that she even had, the guts to walk up to me and try to show how much power she has. He's gonna say, like, I'm not much one for boasting, but you do seem rather like you could hold a fight. You may be worth my time.
Boasting, not so much. I'm more in the showing, but sometimes you have to put people in their place, and I'll just kind of look them up and down, like, who are you? Like, shit like this.
I'm gonna look him up and down like. "Grrr."
I thought this is the courtesan.
Sometimes boasting and showing are too similar.
Well, we shall see if you survive the night in this hellish place.
Is anybody else getting like super anime vibes from this conversation? I'm getting
I've
the whole
survived-
I'm getting the
I
whole like.
survived for quite a while on my own without a faction.
For sure.
What
Like,
can you say?
I am my faction, and I'll just start to walk away.
I'll just go back to my drink.
Just
Yeah.
go
They
back to
left.
the drink.
She
that
left.
entire
I don't-
exchange could have been totally done in Naruto.
I was looking at it, and guys, I hate to take it out of character because I generally don't do this. You guys know me with my whole trying to keep it on track. But the way I was looking at that conversation was like, I am the anti-hero. I do not like you. I am the anti-hero as well, but I sort of respect you for your ability to do things and stuff. I would not say that I do, but I kind of do as well. Very good. Okay, goodbye. And that like anime exchange, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of how that felt to me.
I mean, well, yeah, in every anime, they gotta feel each other out to see who's gonna die first,
Yeah,
right?
and you imagine it would do that like it would do that like swing thing where like both of their eyes are like on screen at once. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry, taking it out of context. All right, go, keep going, ladies and gentlemen. We need to keep,
Yeah, I'm
keep
gonna
the
speed this
RP
up.
flowing.
There we
This
go.
is
That's what I
gonna
was waiting.
meander over because, I don't know, maybe finish his drink or something. He's kind of a small guy, so he probably doesn't have a very big drink. So, he notices Valder, I think that's his name, right?
Valder, yeah.
Valder? Like Balder, okay. So,
Like Balder.
he notices Valder and he's all like,
Hey, you aren't a part of the Red Ravens, right? So why are you here?
I tend to go where I please. No one really bothers me, and I don't have any enemies here, so why should I not come here?
Most people have a point for going places.
Keep in mind,
I-
you have the key.
I
You
am
have the
I am
key.
looking for a group to help me, and so far, there's only been one person in this room that I might actually consider worthy.
Excellent. Who would that be?
I have a grudging respect for
Me,
you.
of course. I turn around.
I just kind of glance at Kraz and just ignore him, and kind of throw a point back over my shoulder and be like, "Girl with a crossbow isn't half bad."
Oh,
I'm gonna
Just-
look kind of downtrodden and go,
yeah, she's a very sad case. I recommend not going alone with her.
Oh, I don't.
I do
plan
have
on
the
taking-
same looks as Bastion though.
I don't plan on just taking one person. This is a job for many, not just one.
Excellent. Then I'll get a few and we'll do it together, okay? What are we doing, by the way?
Well, thought you'd never ask. You see, I have this key, and it leads into a dangerous area that is normally considered closed off and not explored. I would go alone, and I wouldn't bother with any of you, but I've heard that it's quite got a tight security system.
Valder, if you'd like to,
You'd rather not die.
if you'd like to
I
roll knowledge history, I can tell you more specifically about where exactly you are and in what relation you think this key might have to, various things.
so is he showing me this
Perfect.
key?
No, I'm not showing you a
Okay.
key. I'm just saying
So,
I have it.
this key, well, you of course know that the Brig is one of the 7 original cities, the only one that has since been destroyed. And it is sort of like, think about it sort of like Atlantis, in that there are probably a ton of things that people don't know about. Oh, you got...
What?
He's distracted by something. I think someone's talking to him.
But he's not an elf.
Okay, I'm good.
You good? All right.
Yeah.
Think of it sort of like Atlantis, in that there are things that people don't understand about it that have been sort of like lost to the time that it has been disabled and like lying there in the sand. And sealed off areas like this are where you're probably going to find those things. Things that may have incredible advantages, technological advantages over, the basic shield and sword sort of combat that is prevalent. You know that. You know that many people sort of have thrown it away, the whole Brig, as sort of like a wasteland, but there are definitely key aspects to it that could be very strong and powerful and, blah blah blah. And this might be some kind of armory locked away or whatever that could have terrible weapons of destruction that you could wreak upon the world or whatever. That kind of stuff.
Or whatever.
You get the idea.
So, okay, well, now that I know that, I'm gonna kind of look at the kobold and I'm like, so kobold, if it's worth my time, it's probably worth your time. And there's many things down there that many people would just say isn't worth a damn, but I find it quite worthy, and I want to explore it.
It's just eye shit,
Give him a
right?
confused look and
Ian, Issel has seen firsthand that the technology of the Brig can be used for very nasty things.
yeah, it's just, did he mention that it's actually technology that he's going for? Because it sounded to me like he wanted to explore a thing, and no matter what there was there, he wanted to explore it. It's like,
Okay,
That is kind
I'll-
of like,
I'll-
yeah.
I'll put that in better words. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's
if you think
lot
it's a
of
storage room, then I'll be like, yeah.
There's a lot of things better than the simple sword and shield many of these hooligans are running around with, and let's just say a lot of people disregard this place, even though it used to be a great city. And just keep that in mind when you're thinking about things that may be hidden away in a once great city, untouched.
Should I make a knowledge check?
Sure. Do you have
I'll just roll a 1d20.
knowledge history or?
Oh, it's
Nah, I'm
purple.
just gonna roll a 1d20 and see what happens.
Sure.
Hey.
You kind of know what he's talking about? Like the whole like, well, there's in anywhere you could find buried treasure. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even in the middle of the desert, if you took a shovel and just started digging, you might find something. You know what I
You
mean?
trying to say you found something inside the brig that is potentially valuable and you need others to help you excavate it?
I do believe not so much just something in the brig. It's advanced things that are beyond what many people believe is even possible being here. And yes, I have a key to get us in, but I'm not going to try and go alone.
Purity will walk up
Interesting.
and just kind of overhearing the conversation, look at us and say, "You daft kobold, he's trying to say that we can gain certain things that may have been inaccessible before, and judging by what I shot out of, what was his name's hand? Just kind of thinking back. I believe we
When you
should
say things
search this."
that are out of reach, I think of a book on top of that 6-foot shelf that I can't reach. I don't care about just those things. He has to be a
Sorry,
little more
kobold,
specific.
she
Like, he
understands
thinks
it a
that
bit better.
they're guns or maybe swords. I don't care, but they appear to be important things in that regard. Then sure, I'm willing to help. But he
Think of
keeps on
that
saying
book.
things, and I don't know what he means by things. Like, does he think, oh, these gears are very fancy? Because I think there's a lot of gears in the rig that we don't need to go exploring for.
Think of that book as something very important, and this key that he may have as your ladder to get certain things that were out of your small reach.
I kind of turn and look at Purity, and not really like our first exchange didn't give me much, but now hearing that she's a little more knowledgeable, I kind of nod in approval and look back at the kobold and say, "Kobold, she knows what she's talking about.
Kobold
You'd
know
be right to
understand.
follow her." Well, I don't know his name yet.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I'm just calling him what he is.
Yeah, he's the golden shiny kobold in front of you. That's all you know. Very fancy.
On purpose. But anyways.
Mm.
So we're still missing a couple members
I
of the
don't
group.
like your roundabout ways of speaking things. And if we find out that it's something stupid like I think it is, then there will be a reckoning. However, you have our aid until then.
Very well. And I don't deal with people much. I don't quite care for them, so I don't quite feel like explaining myself fully to someone I don't know.
And it's a good thing I'm a kobold.
Hi, arch people.
Well, if it's people you're looking for, I didn't catch your name. What was it?
I am Valder Lightbane.
Well, Valder, if it's people you're looking for, I know a select group that I've had to work with in these circumstances, and I can gather a few of them up. These two misfits being some of them, yes.
Unfortunately,
kinda
Orog is down for the count because he's been marauding Magpie
I know.
territory throughout this entire place.
I need the meat shield, though, man.
During his month off, what he's been doing is basically going into Magpie territory and trying to assassinate Watchmen. Like that's been his month off. So a couple of times he's been caught and he's got several wounds, that are not healing quite very well as they should be. Even the magical healing has been, he's taken a lot of magical healing, so he's developed kind of a resistance recently to the sort of healing touch spells, so forth. So
You can only mend something so many times.
yeah, I mean he's down for the count for now, so no Orog, obviously.
I'll walk over towards Didier, and seeing as he's what I would consider the next able-bodied fighter in this group,
I also have a
besides Orog.
Morningstar, motherfucker.
Exactly, because Kraz is weird, Issel's very short. I would look at him as being elf average size, probably the next able-bodied fighter. What was your name? Didier, I believe. Well, now that our meat shield, looking over at Orog, who's bleeding and nursing and bandaged up. Seeing as our meat shield is down, I will need somebody to take a few shots for me. I believe you will fit this particular circumstance.
How to not get a person to join you.
DDA is going to go take some shots.
He just like goes over to the bar like.
She'll glance over to Orog. He must be preparing for protecting me with whatever might he may have.
He's protecting.
After,
He must be preparing to stab me in the back with his sword when he's giant.
Morningstar.
Whatever.
I'll pretty well like get up and have been like, all right, and so basically just kind of accepting the group like, and I'm probably not gonna find much better on a short notice, so I've pretty well just been like, fine, we'll come with y'all will be my group, and we will go and explore and find the items that I'm looking for. And of course, there will be your share of items because there's probably plenty down there.
Alia just like wanders over.
I'm sure.
Hey, what's going on? All right. So, the deal is struck, I suppose. And
Mostly because of purity, but
yeah, well, evil attracts evil.
Not
So,
evil.
well, you know what I mean. Anyway. So, you guys make your way towards where this sealed off area is. Further down into the brig. Just, you take, the winding ways through the various ruined up passages and the rusting hallways and the ladders and so forth. Just making your way, in the same manner that you always have. And you come to what is basically like a large sealed doorway. It looks to be like half collapsed in that there's sort of rubble over one of the doors, but there's a console slot next to the door itself that looks like it'll fit the key that Valder has, and it's a similar sort of triangular key that you've seen before. This sort of Magitech key that you've seen previously. Cricket.
I'm sorry, I totally
Sorry.
missed what you said. But
Can I do an engineering check on the door?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't have any knowledge, so I'm leaving it to someone else.
Alright, 18.
18. So you can see that like the door is obviously like linked to the console.
Sure.
Whatever you do with this panel is going to affect the door. Clearly, it's the same system. The rubble across one side of the door may hinder it opening all the way, but it shouldn't stop it from, like, the strength of the door. It looks like it'll open enough that you'll be able to get through, sort of thing.
Okay, can I get any information about whether or not I think it might close behind us or anything like that?
It doesn't really look like it would, but you can't really tell.
Okay. So I look at Valdir and say, can I get a look at that key? We might be onto something here with this control panel.
have at it, and I'll like reach in and like grab the key and basically toss it to him.
Cool. So, Kraz with the key in hand. It's
Hold on, I want to see if I catch it. I'll do a save.
okay.
Reflex save.
Nope. You drop it. End of scenario. Thanks for playing. You broke the key.
Oh, should have gone to Harn.
I put my head in my hand and say, "I will kill you."
The key explodes.
Break the key.
I pick
Or
up the
touching
key
the
and
door.
I kind of dust it on my shirt and
Yeah,
like, yeah, good as
It
new.
hits the ground with like an echoing, clattering sound. Like clink, 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 as it like
And everybody's just
tumbles
kind of
across
looking
the
at
ground. And everybody,
seriously.
like the death stares at Kraz are probably like super real. So it's I had to pick it up. Where'd the key go? I don't
DJ
know.
laughs.
So I grab it and it looks really awkward because I'm super tall and I'm like bending way down to grab this thing. And, like, do you want me to do another knowledge engineering check to see if I can activate the device?
Yeah, sure.
What month is this? Thought this was supposed to be a good month.
This is April, but 10 is fine because you have the key and the console's right there, and there's a slot for the key. So
Put key in hole.
inserting key into hole, not too hard.
It's like
First time you do it, you sort of put it in backwards, and then you realize your mistake, and just be like, oh, all right, shink, and it works. The console hums to life, and the door sort of creaks like with a screeching metal on metal, like scraping noise, opens in this very slow manner. The side with the rubble collapse over it doesn't move at all, but the large sort of double door that it is, it opens enough in a sort of a diagonal that you could get people through it. You know, it's like, you know, if you crouched and you sort of just like slid under, it would work fine.
I look at the party and I say, that's about all we're gonna get with all this rubble in the way.
Yin wouldn't have to crouch; he'd be fine because he's a kobold. But everybody else.
So limbo.
So yeah, you guys can just like it's open, but looking through, you see it's dark inside. You know, it's gloomy. None of the lights are on.
I shoot a dancing lights down there.
There's no even kind of oh, you shoot a dancing lights through there? Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so DGA is like, well, it's dark. Shoots dancing lights down through there, and you can see in the entrance hall of the the room, or the hallway, I suppose, there is a pair of columns, and in front of each of the columns there is a large mechanical looking figure. It does not move when you send the light down there. It is lifeless, deactivated. Both of them are holding large axes, one-handed axes, one axe in each of their hands. And they're sort of just standing impassively in front of the big columns, and then there's a closed door in between those columns.
It's a knowledge engineering check day. Can I knowledge engineering check the rope or the statues?
You might have to get closer.
Okay.
I just want a map transition. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure, no problem.
I'll go
Who's,
underneath the door and
Wait,
start
who's going
walking
in
forward.
first? Izil, you're going first?
Hang on, I just want to make
Before
sure.
you enter the door, walk over to you and say, this may help a little bit because I'm not sure I trust you entirely. And I cast Virtue and Guidance on you.
Virtue and guidance? What's
So
that
you
do?
get +1 temp hit point for Virtue, and you Guidance gives you +1 on attack rolls, saving throws, or skill checks.
Okay.
Nice buffs. Damn buffs.
And I'll pop it on myself too. But he's going first, so I'm like, you may need this, just and let him go on his way.
I walk over to Valdir and say, you can probably take one of these too, and I hand him a potion.
I'll
But,
accept the potion.
Don't drink it until we get inside at least. It'll make you grow. For reference, it's a level 3 enlarged person potion.
Yes, I'll be a large person.
You people
Best
and
spell
your
ever.
enlarged person spells.
That would make
And
Isol
I also
6
hand
feet
one
tall.
to DDA. Here you go,
As-
DD!
As he handed it, and because they're cantrips, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pop both Virtue and Guidance on him too. Because, he handed me something, I mean, why wouldn't I?
Sure.
Helping me, I'll help him.
Throwing them
Something
virtues
in it.
and guidance around like candy.
Nice.
Oh, this is not what I want. I'm just trying to get you guys on the map. Hang on.
Hmm.
Who am I missing? Alia, DJ, Velder.
You ready?
In a sec. Oh, Kraz. Missing Kraz, of course.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Uh,
Potion
Okay.
of bigness.
Potion of bigness.
Potion a big dude.
All right.
Potion of bigness.
So, you guys enter through the door. Just behind you is where the door was. I know there's nothing there, but just behind you, assume, is where the door was that you entered through, the creaky ass motherfucking door. And this is what you've seen. You can see there are 2 columns, and in front of each of the columns there is a golem. The golems are wearing, or not golem, a statue. the statues. Each of them has an axe in hand.
I'll turn to Issel. Rare that we would see statues in a place like this. We've seen a few before, but none of them have looked so well armed, wouldn't you think?
I'm gonna roll a knowledge history on these statues. Or do you want me to?
Hearing her,
What do you want me to roll on
You
it?
can roll knowledge history, you can roll knowledge engineering, and you can roll knowledge nobility even if you have it. Those of you who have various knowledges.
Okay.
What knowledges? Nobility.
History, engineering, or nobility.
Okay.
Each of these will
Look
give
like
you
it's
different
made out of
answers.
like a statue. Made
It's
out
not
of
stone. It's not stone. It's
Yeah.
metal.
hearing Purity say that, I said, why else would I have gotten a group if there wasn't, interesting and maybe dangerous things down here?
Kraz, history. You are aware that things like this were used once to wage war among the cities. Things like big golems that smash shit and don't. It's like using drones, you know. It's not human lives, so it's kind of okay to just like throw them into combat. But they were bad at following orders. They had a really hard time with the whole "this is a friend and this is not" thing, and they would tend to just kill everything.
I used the knowledge engineering to try and figure out how they activate, but I don't think I succeed with an 8.
Knowledge engineering. Sadly, you don't learn how they activate, but you can certainly see that they do appear to be in a condition which they are not like destroyed. You know, there's no part of them that appears to be like broken,
Okay.
obviously in any way.
So I kind of caution Issel, don't touch that thing. I don't know how it activates, but
Similar DDA.
we're gonna be in trouble if they do.
Similar DDA, you don't see how they would activate, but you do see that they're not broken.
I stay for the bank.
You do any of you have nobility?
I'm gonna turn back to Valder and kind of go.
Is this what we were looking for?
No, this is definitely not, but this may be guards guarding what we're looking for. What we're looking for
I don't
is
know. These look
much,
pretty
much better.
valuable.
They may be valuable, but this is not the treasure we seek.
Well, they are interesting for
You don't
engineers.
put guards out in front if the guards are the treasure, now do they?
Well, I don't know much about history, but you would think that something this old, still in working condition, would probably be worth a lot.
Nobility
If you can
DDA.
control it.
You can you can see that they have these golems or these statues, these metal statues have engravings on them, like engraved into the sort of shoulder armor of the golem. There's a sigil of some kind, and it appears to be some kind of symbol of old Gareth, the city when it was functioning, you know.
All right.
That's right. Even a 6 will get you that information.
I'm gonna take a look back at the door and go.
It'd probably be too hard to bring them back out. I guess we should continue.
And yeah, Alia, you of course notice this too. The symbol is the symbol of the old city.
I'm gonna try to open this door.
You gonna go to that door? Okay.
I'm kind of conflicted and I'm like stammering after them. Careful, guys, I don't really want to activate these, and I just kind of like limply follow after them slowly.
If they
And,
activate-
Isel, roll a d20 for me.
Sure.
Seeing them just bumble forward, I
Chat.
kind of just stand back a little bit, and I'm like, I want to see where this goes.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same path as him right
Okay,
now. I'm
so
just
you-
gonna stay like
You open
over
the
here.
door. It is a solid sort of copper brass kind of door, like plated metal. I know it doesn't look like that on the map, but that's the only door I have. As you open it, the hinges creak on it. It's not locked. It doesn't appear to be sealed in any way. It's an ornate sort of door. And as you open it, nothing happens. It creaks open, and you can see into the hallway.
All right, seeing the door open and nothing happen, I walk.
The golems are eerily quiet.
Awesome.
They remain standing
Weren't
still.
they quiet in the first place?
Oh yeah, but you know what I mean. They remain.
It's like no, they used to be just battle
They're
rap.
starting to eat the sound.
Well, this is the kind of thing you would expect would maybe trigger them, and they do not move.
Oh, okay.
They
Huh.
do not move.
I guess they don't activate after all. Maybe they're broken.
I wouldn't go that far.
I can't change the dynamic lighting, so you're actually gonna have to move through the door. Sadly.
Are any of you good at telling which of these plates are pressure plates? I don't.
I
know,
love
but-
the suspiciousness. That's great.
Well.
I'll just continue
Well-
forward.
This is just gonna
No
keep
reason.
walking. Fuck that. All right.
Look at this door. Open this door without even checking for a lock or anything.
Yeah, it's not locked either. You open that one.
Yes.
Step on through, my good sir. You see a similar statue in the same sort of engraved style. This thing looks very ornate. It even has what looks to be a moth-eaten sort of large cape over its back, like a knight, you know? But the cape is sort of, dusty and moth-eaten, like I said, clearly like ragged holes in it and so forth. This one has in its hands a great sword.
Close the door behind us.
I kind of just go like, is it just me or is this one bigger?
No, it is. It's bigger.
It's notably larger, but
And then I get fuck away from it.
Just close the door.
It's
behind
actually
us.
standing on a small plinth as well. There's like a little platform for it, and it's just standing with a greatsword like down like that, and very sort of copper brass.
I'm gonna lance at that, but then I'm gonna focus on these tables right here.
These
tables
tables?
are chairs.
Did you say it has a cape?
It does. It does have a cape.
Okay.
It is
Are
a
these
it is a
tables
dark
placed in such a way
green.
to sit
cape.
down?
Are these tables placed in such a way to sit down? Yes, in fact. Yes, in fact, there are.
So they're like
There are
pinnings on the tables,
chairs and tables, and on the tables there are very, very old sort of documents. You can see papers from a long time ago. It's clear that they've been preserved by being sealed in here, but the whole thing is coated in like dirt, in like the settled dust. And as you pick up or touch one of the papers, it and like blow it clean or brush off the dirt, you're basically like brushing away the whole entire subsistence of the paper. Like it just crumbles under like the smallest pressure.
We need a magic user that's good at restoring things. Anyone here good at restoring things?
If you give me long enough, I can restore pretty much anything, but it'd take a long time for something of this size.
I try to mend one of the documents with mend.
Graz, you're looking for the mechanism
Yeah,
for activation.
23 on the mechanism
Okay.
to see if I can disable the...
You see that around the bottom of the plinth, for this large golem, or large statue. Sorry, I keep spoilering the golems, but
Whatever, we know.
I'm pretty sure you know. Around the plinth for this large statue, there is a small sort of arcane writing, engraved into the plinth. You think that this may have something to do with the activation? You can't find like wires or anything.
Okay.
It may be linked up to something that has similar writing on it.
I'm going
Is your
to
thought?
cast Detect Magic on it and see if I can identify its properties. Like, to see if I can, get a better idea of it.
Okay, detect magic gives you like magical aura though, right?
Yes.
So all you discern is that yes, it is magic.
Okay.
I mean, detect magic doesn't really give you much more than that.
Okay.
It is
That's why it's
magic
pretty.
and it's pretty magic.
I'm gonna walk up and touch it.
You're gonna touch.
feel the-
You're gonna touch the golem.
Yeah.
Just touch it on the leg or something.
Like on the the greave or the boot.
Sure.
No. See
when-
what kind of metal it is, basically.
You touch it, it doesn't move. It's cold to the touch. It's copper, brass, sort of bronzish metal. Think old knights in Anor Londo. Like big motherfuckers with the shields and the
Okay.
pikes.
And then I'm going to roll.
for the look.
I'm going to attempt to climb it.
You're gonna climb it. All right.
I want-
You can climb it. Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna take the cape off.
Oh, okay. So you're like undoing the clasps on the
Yes. Yes.
golem. I roll a d20.
I just kind
Take a
of
huge
motion
cape.
to whoever's closest to me and just go like, "What the fuck is he doing?" Like just with a look, just like point at
Kinda.
him like, "What the fuck?"
How
Kinda
high up
glance-
is he on the golem?
Glance at DDA and
Well,
turn
he's
back
like on
around
the
slightly
chest
to
of
see
the
what he's
golem,
doing.
trying to undo the latches of the cape. You know what I mean?
How tall is it?
Well, it's huge, so it's at least
Huge is 16 to 32 feet.
yeah, it's like 16 feet tall.
Okay.
Is what I was going for. I was gonna say it's about 18 feet, but 16 to 18, it's all good. So he's probably about 10 feet off the ground at least. So he undoes the cape, and then nothing happens to the golem. The cape just like falls, like off the back of the golem, like whooping onto the ground behind the plinth, and behind the golem's legs. The golem, however, does not move. It is impassive. It stays where it is.
Just climb back down.
Okay.
If we had
And
to, we
just-
could take one of these ones. Is this what we're looking for?
I love it.
If we drag it along the floor, we could probably get it under the door.
That's not so much what we're looking for. It's not going to be one of these guards. We are looking for something more valuable. I'm kind of getting annoyed with him at this point, because, at the table he wasn't being really great. And now he's just kind of annoying with the whole, are these it? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? My guy's
Kid in
getting
a
annoyed.
candy store.
Yeah.
Coming back after detaching the cape and watching it fall to the ground. And all of you are so scared of something that doesn't even move. When it activates, if it
He'll be
activates,
plenty scared of it if it decides to.
I'm not scared of much, so
Now, when it activates, it won't trip over its cloak. Congratulations. Made it more dangerous.
it also won't deal
You
3d12 with that cape.
you've increased its CR. You've increased its CR.
That cape was actually a cape of blink. You don't know it though. He just
Oh
wounds it around
god,
and you can't
a
hit him.
huge golem with cape of blink and a greatsword. Ah!
Lol.
Kraz,
coming back for that
you're
cape.
versed in these, objects, aren't you? Metal things at least?
A little bit. Not necessarily these in particular, but I can
Have you
try
found
my
out
hand.
what causes them to awaken if they were to awaken?
There's magical runes that seem to be attached to them in some way. There might be a trigger somewhere else, but I'd imagine it's probably going to be on whatever we're looking for. I wouldn't expect to get out of here without a fight if we plan on leaving with whatever it is.
Well, if I were a fighter designing a place to not let things escape, I'd put it on the doors so they never get to see the things. Because there might be the chance they might destroy them instead.
Perhaps they're confident that it can't be destroyed.
I'll look at the door and
It
see if
could
there's
be
any
arrogance.
markings on it.
There's been far more of that in this world than is necessary.
I love this little roleplay interchange. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want from this.
While they're talking, can I tell like seeing those other two figures, can we see, do we know what those are? Or?
Oh, the smaller ones?
Yeah.
They're just sort of the same deal, but like humanoid size. You're looking at like 5 foot tall sort of robots with like a shield on their back and a sword at their hip. They look like they would be not so much foot soldiers as like servants almost. Like they would be activated to be used for like manual labor, things like that. But they clearly are armed, so make
My question is,
do as guards.
if we attacked these, would they activate?
Well,
And-
that's the question, isn't it?
And if they didn't, we could just destroy them all before they activate, so that way when we come back through, we have no opposition, right?
Coup de grace? No, you can't do that to machines. Anyways,
I mean, you just beat the shit out of it, right? Just hammer it down.
It's an inanimate object while it's inactive, though.
Let me
which
check
means
and
that
see if you can coup de grace them. I forget,
mean-
because you can sneak attack them.
the hardness is. I think you can coup de grace them, but the thing is, like, it's really hard to make them helpless because they can't be affected by like a ton of stuff. You know
I
what
mean,
I
right
mean?
now they're helpless.
Yeah, they're inactive. They're just inanimate
Yeah,
objects.
except that they're objects now, which means that they have hardness and like
All we have to do is
general-
chunk rocks at it till it breaks, right? It's just
hardness would wreck us.
All I'm saying is if you want to try and break it, like go ahead, that's fine. I don't
Take
care.
20 minutes per thing.
just start kicking.
If you want to start like
Anyways,
swinging at it, that's fine by me.
basic glance over the door, does it look like there's any glowing rune markings on it?
On the door,
Yes.
glance for me.
I'm gonna check with detect magic on every door to make sure there's not runes.
Okay. The the doors they seem to be like low-level magical, Kilroy. You can see that there's sort of a small glimmer of magic, and it's from the conjuration.
Is it
school.
similar to the aura that was released by the?
It is.
by the
It is
runes?
very. It is very similar.
Okay, I caution Issel and say the same magic that was on the golem's runes is on this door. Let me check to make sure. I go back to the previous door and check that real quick. I'm not gonna I'll go all the way up there, but just I checked the door that enters this room to see if it had the
Like,
same
wait,
stuff.
2 minutes, guys. I need to run back.
Yeah.
So you're going back to the plinth?
No, just the room. Like the door coming into this room. Does it have the same runes?
It does actually. The doors that the 2 doors that you've already opened have the same runes that you're seeing on
Okay.
this one here.
So I relay that to the party and I say, I don't know if this is necessarily going to be the one that triggers it, but it seems like one of these doors might be a trigger for these golems, or at least possibly a staged trigger, perhaps.
I like
What
the
kind
theory.
of precautions would you say we take?
Maybe if we
Go on.
open enough with them, they'll activate.
Go on, Kobold.
Let's
Swamp it
let's
open.
not have him, standing in the front of the group. I'm not in favor
Roll
of
my eyes
that.
and open the door.
You open the door? Okay.
Yep.
So you push the door. This one you have to give it a little bit of a shove. It's like a little bit stuck, and as you open it, roll a d20. I have a little thing in my head. Ah, perfect! Yes! You hear the hum and whir of everything in the fucking place starting to activate, basically. You hear from behind you hear like as presumably the huge one blinks its eyes on and starts looking around. The one right next to you is by the way, the 2 are sword and shield. The one is underslung hackbutt.
What's that?
It's like a think old timey minigun.
Oh, God.
like turret
I don't want
like turret
Oh.
gun.
It's one of those you gotta do the grinder thing.
Yeah, like you put it on. Usually put it on a stand and go like tuck 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 with it.
Yeah.
But he's got it like
Oh, it's-
on his arm.
That's
Like-
this one here?
Yeah, that's that one.
Oh god.
You got the 2 ones with axes at the door, and you've got you don't know the rest that are maybe in this place. But as Isil sort of shoves this door, and it goes and just like opens suddenly as he like pushes through. Everything goes crazy alive like immediately. By the way, I had like a d20 roll system on each door, which was kind of like there are stages of things that could activate, and a 1 was always everything. But you needed like a 5 or less to activate anything. So you fucked
here's
up
my thing.
hard.
Here's my thing. Out of character, we know that these things have a hard time discerning ally from enemy.
Well,
so
those
why
of
not
you
just
who are
group them?
historically interested do, yes.
So why not just group them into a room and allow
I'm
them
gonna
to
just
just
hear
beat the shit out
all
of
this
each
stuff
other?
happening and to kind of like peek through the door. Is that possible?
What was that? Sorry?
I'm gonna peek through the door as I'm continuing to open, and I'm like,
You just want to look through that door?
Stuff is bad behind us.
Yeah,
I'm gonna,
sure,
like,
take a
go
look.
Continue through this door.
In this room, you can see nothing, and there's a further door on the left-hand side of this room, like further in. But there's no activity in this room itself.
Funnel them through the hot gates. Numbers will stand for nothing.
Come through, come through. It's safer on this side, at least I think.
Roll initiative, please, because like things are starting to happen. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So you'll be able to come through if your initiative's good, basically.
Well, no matter what I get.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. 30 initiative. All right. Adding you guys to the turn order. Remember, you can just click and drag your initiative over
Oh snap! Fuck
Two.
yeah! I rolled good one for
a
once.
character. Who did I not add?
30.
Oh, Purity, really?
You're killing me today, Elf.
I thought I did. Never mind. Game
Don't
over,
say that, he
man.
might actually
Game
do it.
over. We just need that Dark Souls like "you have died" sound. That like, like sort of. You know the one I'm talking about, right? When you die.
Oh yes, I know it definitely.
Yeah.
Adaptability build.
Adaptability. All right.
OP.
He hears it
So
in his sleep at this point.
this one, this one, this one.
Are there any panels nearby that I might be able to like interact with?
This one. Any panels? Perception check.
Okay.
Because, like, this is during combat now, so, like, looking
Yeah.
at panels is like, oh, for that one, fuck.
Yeah. Shoot.
Oh, I just realized I totally forgot to open something.
My character is really starting to hate Izzle.
Nope.
Your character's really starting to hate Issel. Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna be friends,
we're
remember?
gonna be best buddies.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Actually,
What?
I was like, he's gonna fuck up and make us do a fight again.
Slam it and roll a 1.
Well, I mean,
Not-
in general,
not-
it's the pally
Not
and the
necessarily
evil guy,
slam him and roll a 1, just like what Issel always does is just walk in and be like, "Yo, we're gonna fight you now. Hope you know."
That's the best way to do it.
I
Alright,
drop
the same thing.
The gauntlet.
I'd pull a Velma and I drop my glasses on the ground and I start like looking on
My
the ground for
glasses!
them. And then I realize that I don't wear glasses and I'm like, oh shit.
Kilroy's like, shit, man! I don't even wear glasses!
Of
Dude,
course.
Kilroy's
Right now,
such
Duncan
a
would be trying to grapple these things, so,
Oh my god.
if you can imagine that.
He'd already been set up behind him. Like,
Oh yeah, you've been
I can
ready.
imagine it. Jagon tried to grapple me last time. It was hilarious.
what happened to Izzle being the one trying to get a diplomatic way out of everything?
He still is.
He's
can't
trying
he
to
can't-
diplomatize
I don't
him.
think you can diplomatize, like,
I've
security
Tried
robots.
diplomatizing a lot of things. It's just that a lot of them are like, no, it's my way or the highway. And I'm like, shit. Well, it
Well,
doesn't work.
okay then, Kress, you're up
He
first,
can't-
man.
You can't really diplomatize a golem, though, right? It's like, hey,
Yeah,
let's
but, you know,
take this
talking-
easy, and the golem's
Talking
like,
with the
"Nah."
group, or instead, let's just run through, you know?
Well, that's the way he always was in every section.
He's
like,
I've
door!
always been the guy that's like, hey, it's a door. Oh, look, it's a ladder.
Alright, Kraz, you're first, man.
Shoot
Uh,
arrows at me.
I think I pretty much used my turn with that natural one.
You
like,
did sign kind of perception check and fail. You're right.
Yeah.
Alright, Purity.
I'm gonna move a little bit.
Just a little.
Yep, right there. And then the door's open, right?
Yep. Let me see if I can get the site for you. Cause like this one being, yeah, I can do this. There we go.
There. I will have moved there.
Okay, so you're gonna move to there.
And I'm gonna fire a shot.
Okay.
Because I assume it's an enemy at this point.
Kras finds a panel to activate the auto defense turrets, thinking it's one to deactivate the golems.
Nope.
Yeah, sadly, that is no good. You shoot at this behemoth, and it just like the crossbow bolt hits like its bracer and just plinks off like nothing. Alia.
Hmm.
Hmm.
What? I don't get to go first, stupid pigeon.
Alphabetical order dictates.
Haha. Get some.
You should have named your guy Aaron. AA.
That's not French enough.
Or Aardvark.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
'cause-
just sort of nope out of there.
Just fuck that.
A-A-R-D-B-A-R.
Yeah.
Should have just named your character.
I go-
DDA.
Ah, DDA.
I go here and I take out my Morning Star.
Okay.
Because I might need
And
that.
Golem turn. It is going
And
to.
Baldur gets destroyed.
It is going to creak to life and shamble
End Valder's life.
shamble towards Valder.
Hey.
And raise a giant metal fist and just bring it down hard. Okay, let me roll now. Actually, do rolling while narrating.
Bring it down hard on its own chest.
Bring it
Duncan
down.
style.
Bring it down hard. Fuck itself over.
Brings a fist up.
Hang on, I
Smashes
have to
itself in the
ch- I
face.
have to check
Knocks
it.
itself out.
Check its actual attack bonus.
Duncan
Oh
style
my
for the
God.
win. These golems are great.
What's your AC, Valder?
17.
17? Damn, I hit you. Okay.
Damn, so
Um,
you got some good AC, son.
so it's bringing its metal fist down on your head for 8 damage.
Damage. 2 sounds better, Elf. Can we go with that?
Can we go to? Basically, like you're just sort of not quick enough to respond as the rest of the group because they're used to like jumping at the sound of danger, and you happen to be the guy caught by the golem's like clotheslining fist as you try and run towards the door. I'm assuming. Okay, Isil, you're up.
All stands in the way of the door. Like, make sure that nothing too big can get through easily.
You're just like looking to defend the porthole.
Total defense, and kind of wave at Baldur and go,
What's taking you? You gotta get back here. Get on, come on.
Come on, Baldur, your turn.
I'm gonna glare at him and try an acrobatics check
You're welcome to do so.
right there.
He actually can't AOP you because he doesn't have
Oh, he
improved
can't?
unarmed.
Okay, well then I won't even bother acrobaticsing. I'll just run over there.
Just hightailing it.
He intimidates the golem.
Just ditches,
Grrr.
just ditches
With
out
a
of there.
Scowl.
And as my action, I will use Shield of Faith by putting my hand to my chest.
Okay. Perfect. Alright. Somebody's like... Okay, it's Rekvash moving, I think. Alright.
Could have done
My
that
bad.
earlier.
1, 2,
Food has arrived.
4. This guy's gonna appear in the doorway with his shield and sword and attack you, Isil.
okie dokie.
Close the door.
What's their
son of a
AC
post.
right now, man?
Does the door
AC is
open
currently
inward?
25.
Yeah, he doesn't hit you. Alright, this guy's turn. He's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There to there. And he's gonna do nothing. Alright, this guy's turn. You hear from like echoing down from the the large guy, you hear him step off the plinth with a sort of like
Oh shit.
That's cool. This was the plan.
cool.
Hot gates.
Kraz!
Okay,
Unless the
so
giant one has a gun.
I want to look
It-
at the
it
door.
doesn't.
Does it open inwards or outwards?
Does the door open inwards or outwards? The door opens inwards towards you.
Okay, so where is it currently? Like, is it on my side or is it on the
Well,
other side?
Issel like opened it, so it swung in, if you know what I mean.
Well, yeah, but like, what is it? Is this the hinge or is this the hinge? Because I might be behind the door currently.
You're basically behind it right now.
Okay, so I'm going to walk this way, and then cast enlarge person on Issel and step back.
Isil is now a
Uh,
normal-sized person.
Oh,
Oh crap, that doesn't work. Never mind. I cast it
Oh.
on Valdir and tell him to close the door.
You're gonna cast it on Valder? Okay.
Yeah.
You're
I was
gonna
like-
cast it on the slowest person.
Yep.
I am.
God.
Actually.
So you're now enlarged personed, and all
Close the door.
Cast it on
all the
the back.
benefits that come with being enlarged person,
Negative
-2
AC.
like negative AC and plus strength.
-2 to Dex, +2 to Strength, -1.
What's the combat maneuver bonuses? Defense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a combat maneuver bonus,
Minus
but a
four
-1 to your
factors.
attack roll.
Anyway, I'm
so-
sure you can find the spell itself for all the details. Purity, you are up next.
And your weapon size goes up by 1.
Yeah,
your
and
weapon grows
your
too.
weapon gets bigger too.
I'm going to hop up on the table. I
Yeah.
assume it can support me.
It can.
To fire over the heads of the plebeians and attempt to hit the golem with a rapid shot.
Okay, do it.
Oh, he's not within 30. Okay.
I'm 3 foot tall, bro. It's like no problem.
That's 2 hits.
Okay.
Nice 18s.
Yeah, nice 18s. Pair of 18s.
I think they're. It's D10?
It's D10 for a heavy crossbow. Repeating crossbow, I don't know.
It's a
the
heavy
same
repeating.
thing.
It's heavy repeating?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's
the same
10.
thing.
It's 10 then.
10, yeah.
What am I doing? I can just press up.
Yes, you can. 8 damage. Okay, so this golem is going to take 8 damage. The crossbow bolts finding their way into its soft parts.
Soft parts of a metal thing.
Well, you know, like the inner workings.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Because it's magic, but it's also engineered, you know what I mean? It's not just like an animated piece of metal. There's clearly sort of like runes inscribed and, you know, channels and so forth for energy and that kind of stuff.
Hydraulics.
Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff.
Our army is going to move up here, take out her Rumi, and swift action, make it a +1 enhanced
Yeah.
magical weapon, and attempt to smack this golem.
Okay. Bring it on. That is not a hit, sadly. Just off. Just off. Okay, GG.
Awesome. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go like all the way the fuck over here, and I'm a acid laser beam on this
Laser
guy.
beam eyes.
On my
I'm Cyclops.
range touch attack.
So range touch attack that bitch. That is perfectly acceptable.
What I need to hit the slash.
It better be if 16 barely missed on his normal AC.
Yeah, no, but he's just like super nimble though. All right.
There you go. Two acid damage.
Hell yeah.
He
Zap.
rode that brass.
Pizzap. Ring of Pizzap. Alright. It is this golem's turn. It is gonna raise its giant gun and shoot at Issel. Just raising its arm, you see the gun on the bottom of the like mounted on the bottom of the arm start whirring to life, and it slowly clicks over like click 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 tick 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 and shoots like several bullets, but that's it. Alright, it's only one attack though. So
Touch or normal?
it's touched because you're within 20 feet.
Alright.
So
15.
it hits your touch, that's for sure. And deals.
This thing better go down easy because we don't have anybody that hits touch.
Deals 8 damage.
Good damage. No offense, Ginger.
Hey, I just used laser beam eyes on it. Okay,
Issel,
I'm a
you're up.
shit sorcerer. Like,
I'm gonna go total offensive again,
Hashtag laser beam eyes.
no offense taken.
and prepare to dodge out of the way.
I total defense
They
and
do try to
prepare to
close
get
the door.
fucked. Valder.
Alright.
I yell at Issel to move up a little bit.
Move up.
Yes.
Wait, up
Yeah, that was
towards.
kind of what I was wondering.
Like
if
in
he
or-
was
or
actually
back?
planning on
Move
closing
up
the
like
door.
right here.
Oh,
That?
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work. Whatever.
no, he meant like right and directly in front of the golem. Yeah.
That's what I was talking about, but that's cool. Confusion of combat doesn't matter.
Yep. Valder, it's your turn.
So I can just try to slam the door shut.
Can if you want. The golems are kind of in the way though, so you may need to make a strength check versus the golems.
Well, that's probably not gonna work. So instead,
Just close the door.
you're talking to a guy who you maybe gave +1 to strength.
+2.
It's only a
Would
plus
burning
one
hands
modifier.
at him or no?
No, it's +2 to strength.
I think that's a dumb idea, just putting off the inevitable. Just fight them!
So, would burning hands hit the big guy?
From there,
It's 15.
no.
Okay. Then I will. Can I hit both of
Because your
those
size
guys?
modifier doesn't change the size of your spell, I don't think.
No,
Nope.
it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
You'll definitely hit both the little guys.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Do you have combat casting? Because you are in melee with the one guy. So
Crap.
you'll take an AOP if you try and cast in melee.
You can
Yeah,
5
that's-
foot step back and still
yeah,
cast
5 foot
it.
step back and cast it.
And I
I
think you'll
can't
still
move
hit-
anymore.
Oh, you can't move anymore?
No, I can't click my character.
You should be able to.
It's not letting me.
You have your ruler on.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have
Hey,
rules.
I'm sorry, I'm an idiot.
Silly Billy.
Yeah, you gotta pick your pointer finger. There you go.
Okay. And now,
And yeah, you'll be able to hit both of them still. Can you though? Because if you cast it,
If you moved, if you
No.
took the 5 foot step here, then you would be able to hit both. Like if,
Yeah.
you can get
yeah,
there.
if instead of from here
It's
you went
possible.
to here, rather than
okay,
there.
then I'll
So
do that then.
go to there and then just cast at them. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you hit them both. So they both take. Well, roll damage.
Roll purple.
I will roll reflex for them.
Nine.
9. Okay, and roll again because keep in mind it's 2 targets and they take separate damage.
Okay.
Yep, one is flame retardant.
One is flame retarded. Okay, so you hit both of them, but one of them manages to dodge some of the damage. You know, puts his shield up in time to like save his face or whatever. And he takes a little bit less than what you rolled. But the wall exactly. No man on earth can make it fall. But the other one takes the full brunt of the flames and is looking extra crispy. Okay. So it's their turn. This guy's gonna step in here and attack
I'd
Alia.
take an A from Valdir.
No, 5 foot. Fuck it.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's a 5 foot.
Damn it.
And attack Alia. Alia, what's your AC right now?
That hits me.
Not 22.
Am
You're rolling in all chat.
I? Oh,
Yes.
my
Yeah, that's a
bad.
22. That's pretty hardcore.
Okay. My bad. Okay.
I told her to say it's 2 in there.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so that hits you. And we'll go back to GM roll for the damage.
Oh, you don't want to open roll how much death you're assuming on us?
6 damage, Alia. He long swords you pretty good. Alright, this guy is going to step up here. He is going to attack Valder and hit and deal 4 damage. 4 damage to Valder. Okay. You hear in the distance the clunking of incredibly heavy feet and the dragging, the noise of a dragging blade along the ground.
Do we hear the tables getting thrown out of the way?
You do. You hear the splintering of tables as it like just wades through, basically. Kraz,
I have an interesting question for you.
what's up?
I don't suppose you would count these as humanoids.
Humanoid? They are construct. They are not
Damn
humanoid.
it. No.
Why is that?
Oh.
What did
Yeah,
you
they
want to
don't
do to
sleep
them?
or anything like that.
When the big one got here, I planned on using enlarged person so it couldn't fit through the door.
Is there any way he can shrink me? Because I don't like being big.
Yeah, you can dismiss it anytime.
It's
Oh,
it's a
wish I
buff.
would've
You
known
can
that.
you can basically be like, I don't want it, and then.
I thought you were more combat oriented, so that's why.
All right,
Well,
pure.
I've never had someone use enlarged person.
Wait,
before.
Kraz, it's still your turn. Sorry, man. I just jumped away. From
I'm going to continue to search for panels, not having really much else that I can do to constructs.
you. Looking for panels. Looking for panels. Roll well, man. Roll well. Nope.
No!
You don't see shit. Purity.
Over here looking for panels.
Looking for panels. There's got to be an off switch.
Attacking the big guy.
Attacking the big guy.
Looks like
First,
there'd be an
first one
off-switch in this
hits.
specific room.
First one hits. Second one doesn't.
Hey man, this is the table and panel room.
This is.
This is the
God
one
damn it.
table and empty everything else room. They wouldn't have any defenses near their panels.
Alia.
I'll 5 foot back.
Okay, 5 foot back. Alia, your turn.
Though in all
Uh,
honesty, they
that's
probably
not
would have an
counter.
emergency in a room where there's like no robots because you don't want to like have to turn off the robots while they're killing you.
Yeah. Well, you know. There could be a
Pretty
panel.
sure that hits.
It does indeed. That 9 damage. That 9 damage swag. 9 damage to the bot in front of you. Just taking a nice chunk of its like metal face off with a Arumi swing. Like catching on one of the like, you know, the hinges of the maintenance hinges or something of the metal panel and just ripping it clean off its face. Yeah.
I drink that potion of bigness.
No, guys, he can't fit through the door, but his sword is just a bit smaller than that. He has a 20-foot reach.
Well,
He kind of just kneels down and he's like whack.
Okay, take your potion of bigness.
Yep.
Potion of bigness.
Wah.
I don't
If
know
you
why.
already have reach, by the way, that doubles your reach. Just FYI.
It doesn't double it.
Yeah, no, but
Look at the reach
yeah,
charts.
he does. It does actually double his reach if he has like aberration touch attack
I have
reach. So
10
he
foot to
so he
reach.
can be like gangly arms from like a million miles away.
Actually, it only enhances it by 5 feet. But
Does it?
Whatever, it's still 15 feet.
At least weapons with reach for sure.
Yeah, this
Definitely
isn't weapons to reach.
do.
I have
It's
reach
different.
touch
Yeah,
Does it?
it's different. It's
No.
a touch attack.
I
Okay.
get touch attack reach.
All right. So this guy's turn. He's gonna pew 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 at
No.
Isil again.
Go there.
Just deciding to rev up the machine and fire. What's
What?
your touch AC right now, Ian?
Big targets there.
15.
15.
Yes.
I actually miss. Oh wait, even is a hit though, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I hit
If you
even,
match
that's-
it, then
if
yes,
I
you
hit
hit.
even
Yeah.
on a touch, that's a hit as well, right?
That said, you had to be within 20 feet, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not
So
within
low.
20 feet anymore. You're right. So it's not touch, so I don't hit. It's all good. The
Oh.
old machinery loses its punch after 20 feet. So your breastplate saves you from the rough inclusion of further bullets. Isil, you're up.
I'm up again.
You are indeed.
I'll motion for Valder to move and go total defense again.
Oh, okay. Get back, total defense. Valder, you're up. Can't hear you.
I'm gonna dismiss enlarge person.
Okay.
All the large and shrinkingness.
Ew.
And I will inflict light wounds on him.
I warn you that this is a construct.
Oh, no. I'm not gonna
Gonna-
do that.
You're gonna touch
And
him inappropriately?
inflict light wounds is a negative energy thing, which Issel
Yeah.
associates with necromancers. So he'd be kind of like, Necromancer?
Heathen!
Jeez, necromancer!
Heathen! I just imagine Issa like turning on him in the fight, be like, ah!
I'm gonna do touch of flame then.
Perfect.
I have a
With the
question.
step, trip, Valder.
Make sure you outline your spell as you're doing it. If I need to make any saves or
Okay.
just because I don't know every spell.
Yeah, you don't
off
get
by
you don't
heart.
get a save.
All right,
for,
roll it. It's touch attack, right?
I get
What's
my
it do?
normal to hit.
Roll damn bones. It's on your touch. It's on
What's-
melee.
What spell is it?
Touch of flame.
Oh, okay.
Touch of
Oh.
flame.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, it's just one of those basic fire spells.
Touch him inappropriately.
Touch him inappropriately. That does not beat his touch attack, however. So
Would beat a dragon.
you yeah, it would. But or it would beat the big guy in the back, actually. But you reach out your hand to touch attack this golem, and he just kind of like sweeps your hand with the shield, just as you're trying to like reach over, he manages to block it out. All right, this guy's gonna fight Isil this time, swinging his blade, and missing because Isil's AC is bonkers. This guy's gonna fight Valder and hit. Jesus Christ, I'm getting lucky. And deal 1 damage,
So lucky.
a singular damage. You see in the back, clunk, 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 clunk. As this thing gets behind its smaller counterpart with the gun, you see it, instead of stepping around, raise its sword, which is dragging in one hand behind it, like Pyramid Head style, raise its sword super high, and just go wham down on the thing that's like impeding its path towards the enemy, if you know what I mean. And absolutely fucking demolishing it. Like taking it in half. You see the insides of this thing just go like in half, and there's a terrible screeching noise as the metal of the sword slashes through the metal of the golem. And it sort of like is now attempting to step over the wreckage of its ally. Kraz, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to
That's
run
not
over, like, seeing this door or whatever thing over here for the first time, I'm gonna run over to here.
Yep.
like with my full action, just sprint over here and try to make sure this door is secure. You know, like see
Yeah.
if like can I do perception check on the door to see if like
you
there's
can
anything on the
indeed
other side?
perception check the door.
15, my first good perception check.
15. You see that the door can be closed, like it can be latched. You know what I mean? like
Okay.
sealed. And with
I latched the shit out of that door.
just knowledge engineering to actually like do the proper closing of the door because it's not like super simple.
I think it should just be one of those
15.
deadlocks because that'll hold
Yeah,
out.
you're good. It
Huge
yeah,
spots.
you just click. No, you're good. You see like where the hinges all kind of like fit together, and you just go like.
I finally see the panel I've been looking for
and
all this time.
Exactly. You see the panel, and you're like, "Oh my god, lock! Fuck yeah!" You lock the door, so that door is sealed.
What door?
Perfect.
There's
The
a
the-
door
door
on
he's
the other
next
side.
to?
yeah, the one
Okay.
back by Kraz.
'Cause I can kind of see it.
Purity.
Seeing the giant, now non-caped construct coming this way, I will, shove in another clip and reload my crossbow and, get ready for the inevitable. So, full round reload.
Okay. You're just full round reloading? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty
Alia,
much.
you're up.
Cinematically.
You're just like,
Attack
oh
the one
shit.
below
Choo, choo, choo. Okay, you're attacking the one on. Okay, perfect. That's a hit. Rolling damage, 5 damage. Still not quite enough to take it down, but the thing looks like it'll fall over at any minute. It's sort of like you can see it jerking a little as the motions like are not getting through to the where they need to go, and so forth. You've disrupted some conduit or something. Didier, you're up.
I step forward, and I gotta check my. Awesome. And in this square, like the 4 squares around here. Wait, my fucking mouse is not working. Oh, that's because I'm on that. In these 4 squares,
Orog's
I
gonna
cast
come.
grease.
Oh, you're casting grease? Yes! You're gonna just like make it fall over. Did you say okay, hang on, let me
I'm just gonna say that's brilliant. Like seriously.
You're casting grease here? Like that?
One square more close to us.
Okay, like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. So that's grease.
The grease messes
Looks
up,
so
and instead
greasy.
of making him slip, he gets more nimble.
Yeah, he just roller skates towards us.
Slides through.
Okay, Isil.
Total defense 5 foot. Oh wait, I gotta get the. Yeah, but basically total defense 5 foot step down here.
Cool. Balder?
5-foot step, cure light wounds on myself.
Perfect. Roll for your cure.
28 what? Plus 3?
Plus 3, yeah.
And level 4, Issel's gonna have spells.
6.
It's gonna be
Perfect.
crazy.
I'm done.
Spells
Okay.
on Issel?
This guy's
Yes.
going to attack. This guy's going to attack Alia. And current AC.
18.
Okay, I managed to hit you. Oh shit is happening. Go away, thing. There we go.
You guys hear that?
What?
Maybe not. I was gonna say my daughter was like banging something upstairs and it was making a knocking sound and she was going, "Wah!" Just knocking stuff
What?
around. I was like,
Just 1 damage, Alia. He just manages to nick you with it. And the next guy is going to attack Isil. He's gonna swing and a miss. Swing and a miss on the kobold. Alright. So this hulking brute is going to step over the wreckage of its fallen comrade, dragging its sword along, and it's going to move into the grease and make a reflex save. Hang on, I actually need
DC
to
16.
I actually need to check this thing's reflex save because I am
DC
actually
16.
not sure.
That's all I have to say.
With how large it is, it probably has some pretty bad dexterity.
Holy balls, it's terrible. Okay. So its reflex is +1.
I'm surprised it's a plus, man.
Yeah. Well, it is a golem, you know. Oh wait, no, I sized it up. It doesn't have a plus at all. It does not make its DC. on the
falls
reflex.
prone.
So it falls prone. As it steps in the grease, it's going choom, choom, hits the grease with one giant foot and goes choom, and you see it sort of like try and get balance, you know, like stumbles for balance, and you hear a huge smashing noise as it crunch to the ground.
Insert 10-minute fall scene from the height of this thing, like treetop.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Does that count as a 10-foot fall?
well, I mean, he's a 16-foot golem, so I guess. Anyway, Kraz.
That's your call.
D6 damage.
All right, I'll roll d6. You know what? I'll even do it. He takes 5 damage from the fall. Just
Dude,
like
every time
lands,
he tries to get up.
lands awkwardly on his elbow, you know. Alright, Kraz, you're up.
You bent the metal, sir.
Okay. So
Well, he was
I'm
falling on his dead comrade.
casually back, now that I've got that door, to my knowledge, sealed, and look for more panels on the way back. Confident in my panel finding ability now.
I can find panels.
13.
You find panels, but you don't know that they are the right panels. There are certainly panels. This you are sure. However, their function remains a mystery to you, dear Kilroy.
Awesome.
Purity.
You better inspect those again.
Yes, ma'am.
Next round.
The panels have buttons.
Can you ping them?
I know.
They are directly in front of where you're standing.
Oh, okay.
So like here.
So you'd be like, boop, 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 doo, 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 doo.
You're up, Purity.
How hard would it be to hit prone guy?
Well, he's got a
At
he's
a
got a
distance?
+4 to his AC because he's prone. You know.
But he is giant, so he has a lower
Well,
AC.
he's fucking massive, so yeah. I mean, what do you think his AC is like? I mean, like, have you tried shooting a wall? This is like a wall lying down.
Oh, I'm good at shooting walls. I can shoot grenades. No, I'm actually just gonna spend the turn to basically pray over my weapon and use True Strike.
Okay, you're getting ready with the true strikes. Okay.
Pray to Phalorian to give me the strength to hit my enemies.
Lord Felorian, please give me the smiting ability to shoot bitches. All right, Alia, you're up.
Attack the one below
You
me.
hit him. 4 damage. You managed to take him down. He's finally down. You're
just beating the shit out of things.
Your Arumi is just like not incredibly effective against golems, but you managed to rip and tear enough that it eventually falls over.
Rip and tear like fluid.
Well,
Pipe,
you well, exactly. Like fluid slicing motions are not super good at like damaging metal, but if you wrap it around something and just like yank hard enough, eventually you're gonna fuck shit up, right? Anyway.
Okay, I need to ruler this. Okay.
What are you doing?
Awesome.
What I like is that DTA just like makes himself huge and then casts spells. Like
Yeah.
there's
but now I'm gonna
there's no
smack that
reason to
guy.
be large.
I'm gonna just. I like being big. Shut up. I'm gonna smack that this guy.
You gonna smack that guy? All right.
That guy.
Oh, the
Oh.
hits! The hits with the large morning star, or whatever it is that you use.
Yes.
Why does everybody in this group have a morning star?
Because Morningstar is a simple weapon, right?
Because-
so I can
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
simple
Phalorian.
weapon with really high damage for being a simple weapon.
That's
Wait
Phalorian.
up. I need to check what my plus is. Oh, it would be +3. Brah!
Wait.
8 damages.
Oh, that's right, because you do the...
Because I'm big.
That is a pretty hefty blow on this little golem. Just like smashing its shield pretty hardcore.
Wait, no, you don't do 2d6, I don't think. I
No,
think
he
you do a
doesn't.
Yes, he
1d10.
does.
I
He
checked
does 2d6. It's the scale up for a d8.
I thought the scale up for a
No.
d8 was a 1d10.
Nope.
I checked it
No.
last game.
D10s
still-
act differently, but it's 1d6, 1d8, 2d6, 2d8, 4d6, 4d8. It goes along that line, but
Okay.
D10s are a different thing.
Yeah. It's
It's like 1d10, 2d8.
it is
Yeah.
all you.
Full defense, continue.
Full defense, continue not to get killed. Valder.
5-foot shift right there, and swinging it with my Morning Star.
Yeah, the Morning Star.
The bashing.
It's time to just pummel the shit out of this thing.
15 on this guy. Sadly, not enough. Not enough for the Morning Star hits. Alright, it's his turn, and he's going to Retribution attack you. For swinging at his face. He's going to be like, what up? And he's going to miss hardcore.
See, this is why I like being
Thank
big, because I
God.
can swing at them from further away.
Alright, so this guy's going to get up. Clambers to his feet. But actually, that's all he can do.
Perfect. We trust
Because
him.
he is an old machine. And he only has one move per thing.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Except for that turn where he massacred his.
Yeah, well, that was the cinematic turn. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. That helped us. Be quiet.
He had like 20 turns leading up to that. It's cool.
Kraz!
Okay, it is time to push the buttons.
Are you really? Oh my god, are you really pushing all the buttons? Do it! Do it! Do it! Push all the
Knowledge
buttons!
engineering. Knowledge engineering. What am I doing here?
You know that some of these buttons are related to the security system. They could be related to golems or something else. And some of these buttons are related to locking and sealing various aspects of the magically enchanted doors that you have seen all over the place.
Am I able to discern in any way, shape, or form the difference between the two?
You know that one of the sets of buttons either unlocks or locks all the doors. It's like a seal button, you know, like
Okay, like an emergency seal.
an emergency riot seal button. You know that the security buttons, there are ones to do with the golems, but they are more to do with, you know, activation rather than shutting down of.
Are any of them behind plastic panels, like something that would be like
like
smash it for emergencies, you know?
Dexter's lab, push the red button.
you want to break it for emergencies? There is a break it for emergencies button. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
I feel like that's the security system.
All right, here we
I think
go.
that's a self-destruct button.
Are you hitting the breaking for emergencies button? You just
Is it in the
smashing
category
shit.
of lock all the doors buttons?
What?
Is it in the category of lock all the doors?
It is not. It is not. It is in the security system category of buttons.
Okay, then I don't do that.
Okay,
On the wrong side.
just making sure.
But is there anything that I might be able to identify as that on the other side? You know?
Like nothing that's more, you know, heavy duty than the sealing of all the doors sort of button.
Okay. I smack whichever one I think is most likely to be the one that'll lock all the doors in the facility.
Perfect. As you do so, the door that you've already locked doesn't move, but the one in front of you, the one in the way of the giant behemoth coming towards you, basically like slams shut, and like you see all of the runes along it like light up, you know, in sort of magical, you know, reinforcement.
What about this guy? Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's still active. He's doing his thing. But the door is closed behind him now, basically.
He
Okay.
didn't get hit by the door.
No.
I think Duck Thunder.
Purity.
Dude,
I'm gonna hold
tell us if
action
Big
for
Guy
when the
falls.
giant guy blows through this door.
If he
Yeah.
doesn't fall over again.
So I'm basically just going to ready action shoot him if this door comes open because I know he's behind it.
Cool. Alia.
Well, not being able to see a good portion of this, but still hearing a lot of it, and seeing how the door is just, you know, closed, just gonna just stand back here.
Just
Don't want
gonna,
to get in the thick close to that door.
just gonna get over there and stand. Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm gonna smack the shit out of this little golem again.
Do
And listen for the sweet sound of that golem falling down again.
Just waiting on the plop. That's a hit.
Yes.
Dude,
Getting all the hits
He is
today.
like a melee monster, apparently.
Bah! 10 damage.
You absolutely smack the shit out of that tiny golem.
Fuck yeah.
Just knock its head off with a morning star. I'm just gonna turn a light on because it's actually pretty dark in here. Just one sec.
Combat mage for the win.
I haven't even hit level 4 yet. You just wait.
Okay. Continuing right along. So you managed to smack the shit out of the little golem. Issil, it's your turn.
I have an incredibly smug look on my face right now.
I'm gonna give a confused look at the door and go like,
Who closed this door?
He's like looking around. What the fuck, man?
shouting at the
That'd
wall
be me.
just in case there's like a security.
Open them.
Don't know which one does it, but now we've got plenty of time to study.
For total defense, and just hold my shield up at the door because I think the thing's gonna blow it up or something.
Valda?
I am going to move over to the table, kind of sit down on it, and do another Cure Light Wounds on myself.
Cool. Just sitting down to heal yourself. Fair enough. Golem turn. Golem's gonna walk.
Does he fall? He tries to move.
Golem's gonna fucking fall on its ass again.
Every time. So we hear that shit, I assume.
Oh yeah, it's like a fucking thunderstorm. This thing falling
Falling
over.
damage.
Nah.
No, not a second
First
time.
one
Dang
was
it.
not funny.
The
That would
first
be
time
too
was
good.
already suspect.
First time was a
Dang
fluke.
it.
So yeah, it falls its ass over again. This fucking grease, man. How long does it last, grease?
3 minutes.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
All right, I'm actually gonna take it out of combat turn because when this thing does get to the door, it doesn't appear to be able to like smash its way through the magically enhanced door. Clearly, the security system is built so that this is the case.
Tries to turn around and walk away, falls down.
But yeah, you hear it like struggling to hold its footing on the other side of the door a whole shit ton. You know, trying to get up, falling, trying to get up, falling, moving around, like trying to get its footing. Eventually, like succeeding in trying to smash at
Does
the
it
door.
collapse the floor
Y-
into a lower tier?
It does not. It does not.
Oh,
But
so close.
you do hear the quang, smash, bong of like the sword going up against the door, you know, as it tries to like smash its way through, because it knows where the enemy is. Like it has like its laser heat-seeking vision locked onto you. It just can't get through the obstacle that's in its way. After a while, if you're not doing anything like specific, you hear it start going to town on the wall next to the door.
Oh
Oh
shit.
shit.
It will
Gentlemen,
throw.
gentlemen, might I suggest that we figure out how to open this door over here?
No, we fight this right now while it's alone. We know there's more of them on that side. We don't know if there's more on the other side. We'd rather just let us kill this one, and then we'll deal with what's past this point.
For once, I agree with the lizard. I believe
please
this
open
is
the door
bigger
already.
issue.
Alright, I go back to the panel.
My shield arm's getting tired.
Because I've been total defensing the entire time.
Ah!
Hit the emergency button. Just
Oh god. So I click one of the other buttons on the like doors side.
Okay, so you press like the deactivate button on the door side, and the door unenchants, and
And I here and reactivate this one, having already learned how to use it.
Like he relatches it.
oh, you're just like
Yeah, I just
relatching that one. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
when you
gonna-
open the door, the golem is on its feet, and it's not its turn, so the door is like open now again. I'm basically gonna give you a round, and then it's gonna be its turn, and
I'm gonna say I'm ready to shoot it.
yeah, you can ready to shoot it. Sure, you can fire.
I'm gonna move
Okay.
back here and
So within-
switch out my Morning Star for my longbow.
Oh, it's not within 30, you dirty, dirty bird. Alright. Plus 20.
Critical! Roll to confirm the critical.
I rolled a true strike with it, don't I?
Can you critical a construct? And actually, no, you don't roll true strike to confirm.
I don't know. One sec.
Actually, I have no idea.
I have no idea either. It doesn't say. in
I'm
the
actually not
spell.
even sure you can critical a golem.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the constructs part about not being able to be critical, though. So.
They in D&D you weren't.
Yeah,
able to,
I
but
know,
in Pathfinder you can.
I know in 3.5 you couldn't critical them. But yeah, I think
I
in
think you
Pathfinder you
can.
can.
Constructs are no longer immune to crits in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Are.
Okay, so
They're immune to most other effects based off of crits, but
if I roll the true strike, it's pretty much gonna hit. So I'm just not even gonna worry about it, and we'll go for the hopeful. Okay, that's fine.
Well, let's see if you can confirm with true strike. I don't actually know if crit confirming is true strike related. Just because that would be cool if you could.
point.
You know what I mean? Somebody check it out.
Okay. Here's a rules question on the Paizo. True Strike would apply to the confirmation as well.
There you go.
Okay, well, let's roll it then. I think that's a confirmation. I don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess. So roll a d50.
It's pretty much at that point, just don't roll a 1.
33. Hang on. I have to open my critical chart, which I don't have open right now.
It's long and gets punctured. Oh wait.
Oh, wait. Well,
Frog syndrome.
that kind of thing could happen. You know what I mean? Like, it could just be a crit that doesn't work, but that's fine. There.
Yes. Include True Strike. For sure.
Oh, you checked out it out as well, Ian?
Yeah, I checked out the SRD.
Cool. All right, so 33 is okay. That doesn't work. 33 is target bleeds until DC 20 heal, like bleeds at 10 per turn until DC 20
It's
heal.
like, can he bleed oil?
So he
You
can't
actually need to
bleed.
bleed.
He can't bleed.
Damn it.
So I'll just give you the additional modifier.
Okay. 17.
17 damage.
Yep.
I don't actually see it. I haven't seen it come up yet.
I can confirm it.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. As long as it's
Confirmation.
confirmed by you guys, I see it now. Cool. So that was Purity. Alia. Oh no, that was not a turn. That was a prep. So Kraz, it's still your turn.
I don't really have much that I can do, honestly. So I'm gonna go over here and ask, Pay Purity, how would you like a bigger crossbow?
I think I'll be fine with this one. It's kept me through tough times. It's kind of like, obviously, seeing what I just did, I was just like, you know, this will work for now, you know.
It's the same one, you don't, just larger.
Would that even work?
Actually,
I don't think that works.
That works.
what are you
Does
talking
it?
about specifically? Because
It works. It works. It's not a
Large
throwing
person, I
weapon.
believe.
If you enlarge person, yeah, then your weapons go to the
Weapons
larger
you're holding
category.
gross.
Yeah, but she's gonna be so much shittier.
if you use enlarged person, then it's fine. If you're talking about some weapon enlargement thing, it probably wouldn't work too well.
No.
No.
Just a large person.
Minus 2 dex, minus 1 to attack.
Based on the way you said it, though, she's gonna be like, "No, I'm good.
I'm
I
good.
got
Okay.
this one."
All right.
and I'll
So,
put her back to the control panel and
so
start
You can
fiddling
go
with
ahead
it.
and save your spells per day.
so Purity, it's actually your turn again.
All right.
Because
I'm going to 5 foot, so he's at 30, and then point blank rapid,
Okay.
and I will roll to confirm the first one.
It's also confirmation. The DPS is
Crit.
insane. So 34 is a regular crit and 2d6 non-lethal. I don't think you
Very
can
good to non-lethal.
non-lethal the golem. So again, I'll just give you an additional modifier. It's fine.
I assume the second hit doesn't hit because it's an 18.
It does not.
So 14 that time.
14. Cool. So this guy's just like taking arrows like a boss. Alia, your turn.
Alright. Let's see what kind of range he's gonna have here, probably. Alia's gonna move here. And let's go ahead and cast True Strike on her weapon.
Okay. So you're casting True Strike on your own weapon? Okay, cool, perfect. Didier, your turn.
Which is great because that lasts until your next hit. Like, there's no set duration.
I'm gonna just shoot it with my longbow.
Shoot it with your longbow. Fire away.
12.
Yeah, you don't hit shit. Actually,
You don't hit shit.
actually, it's more that you actually do hit it. It's just that it pings off of like a particularly not rusty part of its armor. You know, like just dings off its shoulder or helmet or something.
No matter.
All right, Isil. Is this all gonna go toe to toe with this
Yeah,
thing?
what I'm gonna say is, don't worry, guys. I'll make sure it targets me and all that.
I'll get really hurt. Get in there.
It's okay, I'm used to dodging things.
The way I picture this is kind of like when what is it? Frodo fights the cave troll.
Yeah, exactly. It's just gonna be like boom.
He's like, instead of being afraid though, he's just like, don't worry, we got this.
Valder,
Uh,
you better hope you're wearing some mithril chain under that breastplate, Ian.
I am.
move up and
So's Valder.
use guidance on purity
Everyone above level 1 has a mithril chain.
because I hadn't yet.
Cast guidance on purity. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so it's this thing's turn. Chunk.
Oh, does it fall?
No, because the grease isn't there. We've done the whole
Damn it.
yes,
We've done the grease
thing. I'm not doing the grease anymore. So it's gonna move. Actually, it doesn't need to move there. It even moves here, and
Can it
then
even move in there? The walls are too close.
no, the walls are actually look. It's three.
they're just far
It's
apart. Yeah,
three
never
spaces.
mind.
It's three spaces.
It totally elbows the walls out. It's like, boom, I'm here.
So it raises its huge greatsword to bring down on you, Yin. This is not large. This is huge. This thing is huge.
I want to lower
Everything is
this.
large
The
to
one
my
thing-
kobold.
The one thing that's working out for you right now is you have so much bonus AC to
Yeah,
this thing.
I mean he is like insane AC.
Is he attacking from
Oh
flank
my
quarters?
god, I
That's
critically
AC.
failed. I critically
Dodge.
failed the roll. So the sword comes down just whoosh, and Yin, I mean Isil just like jumps out of the way and it smashes into the ground right where he was standing. And like there's a crater, there's like a dent in the ground from like just the general heaviness of the sword.
I assume it would
That
stay in
looks
the
a lot
ground
heavier
for a
up
moment.
close.
Somebody should just run up it and
Oh,
stab the thing in
it's
the
definitely
face.
it definitely like lands and sits there, and you see the golem kind of going like picking it back up, sort of thing.
Kraz should have just run up the blade and stabbed this thing in the face.
Yes, Kraz is totally the most nimble of the group. He should definitely do that.
Total
Kraz,
anime style, just do it.
Attack on Titan
Doesn't fail
style.
a single reflex save. Except that one where he's picking up a key, but that's fine.
Except that one where he dropped a key. Just not the day for me, man.
I'm going to. I'm just going to try to pin down the purpose of this panel. To pin down the functions of this panel.
Okay. This panel is clearly not a central panel. It's not the panel of all panels, but it is definitely some kind of interface with the various systems of the current area. There are definitely parts of it that don't work, and parts of it that have fallen into disuse, and you've had to press the same button a couple of times to get it to do certain stuff. You know what I mean? That kind of a panel. And it's clearly security system related and door sealing related, as you've seen. It is also running a couple of small visual panels. They look like diagnostics almost, like small sort of status panels. But you don't know the language that it is being displayed in.
Okay.
Unless you do know the language. What languages do you know?
Say all of them. Just say all of them. Everything.
There's a considerable amount. I'll PM them to you.
Okay, sure, and I'll get back to you.
He goes, I know true speech.
Purity.
Question: am I still big? If the grease is gone, this thing should be gone.
You're fine. Whatever. I don't care.
Okay, cool.
No, it's more like he finally
It-
made it through the
Look,
grease.
it's more like I succeeded on a save with the grease, while we weren't fighting, and I just want the grease to be done. Purity.
Here's the idea. He slipped on it so many times that there's no more grease to slip on.
Let me
enough.
confirm crit on the first one.
Holy
I don't think
fucking
19
balls! How many fucking crits do you need? And 19 is fine actually. It's a huge golem. It doesn't have that high of an AC. 41. Okay. Is it 1920 for crossbows? Really? I thought it was
It's,
only 20s
heavy
for crossbows.
Heavy
Crossbows, yeah.
repeating is 1920.
Okay.
1920 times 2.
So 41 is target is not 4 squares directly backward. So you're cha 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 shooting at the golem and you just hit it so hard, I guess. anime
No, it's still
style.
coated in grease, so it
That
gets
it, yeah,
slipped back.
it slips back 1, 2, 3, 4 squares on its like greased up feet, just and like manages to brace itself.
And I take it the 22 hit as well.
Yeah.
Just the second attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So it's a
3d10 again.
regular crit and just a D10.
Actually,
so 8. Those were bad rolls.
Crit Fisher Purity, man.
I'm sorry. This is the path I chose.
Like holy
It's a thousand
fucking
crits.
shit, man! Heavy repeating crossbow Inquisitor imbalance. OP. Nerf, please.
Baylorian style, bro.
Dude, nerf, please.
so what if
It's
it's a
all
10% chance? Let's just have it happen every round.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
At least it's not happening on both shots.
Dude, guys, the devs in their balance patch just like buff purity way too much. Like nerf, please. Alright,
Sorry.
anyway.
I'd only like to mention one thing, and that you probably couldn't have gotten that second shot off because your crossbow only has 5 inside of its container.
Yep.
You
and I
shot
used
twice before.
the first time was just a true strike by itself, I believe. And then
Yeah, he fired once
'cause that
and
was a
then
ready
twice
shot.
and then twice. So he'll have to full reload next
Yep.
round, but he's good on the ammo.
because it was a
according
ready
to-
shot, so I only used true strike.
Because he actually reloaded
Alright.
before it broke the door too. Like when it busted in through the door.
I just remembered when he was rolling True Strike that he did have one without the plus 20 something.
Because we weren't sure if true strike applied to the crit confirmation.
yeah, it was a previous crit confirmation to see if he
Okay.
could. Yeah, no, we're
I know
good.
there's so many rolls it's hard to keep track. But
Alia!
Well, there goes my true strike.
Can't you
No.
just like preserve it till you attack next?
yeah,
No, it
your true
ends
strike lasts
after
lasts
it
until
is
your next
made
attack.
before the end of your next round.
Oh,
It shouldn't. True
If
strike,
I'm looking
true
at
strike
true
is
strike
until your
right
next attack.
now. Your next single attack, if it is made before the end of the next round.
I think that's
Is it?
right.
Oh,
That's
yep,
true
you're right.
strike.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, it's run after it. It's just, true strike.
Just
Yeah, I'm
keep
not
A
sure.
off and do a
it's gonna-
charge.
I'm not
sure
sure
it'll
that's a
work
good.
well.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure that's a good. Or throw a dagger at it or something like true
Actually,
strike
a dagger
dagger.
throw could work.
Yeah.
Don't have a dagger.
Damn it!
Isn't like dagger range like 10 feet anyway?
Yeah, but it's
just throw
plus
your
20
roomie at
for
it.
true
Just,
strike. Improvised weapon.
I mean, you have a plus 20, so you can do anything you want with that.
Just throw a rock at it.
Just throw it.
Pick up a rock and just chunk it. Like,
I mean, you're probably gonna hit, even though it's improvised. I'm just saying.
it's like 1d4 damage. I mean, at least you hit.
I'll throw purity at it.
Just pick her up and toss her.
But no, think of it this way, Fuzzy. You get a -4, but 19 is already hitting its AC. So as long as you don't get as long as you don't get a 1, you're pretty much gonna hit this thing with
Just
anything
like
you
pick
throw.
up
or-
like the arm of one of the golems that's dead and just chuck it. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
just-
Like
Just
you're
fucking
good.
man mode. Do it.
you're good, man.
You're gonna hit.
Double move, or since I'm gonna have to spend a move to pick up something, I'll pick up the arm and then attempt to chuck it.
You're gonna huck the arm 40 feet at the golem. Okay. So
Yeah.
roll at a plus 11 for your true strike because you're taking like a -9 for like range increment and improvised weapon.
Just get an 8.
It's just-
I mean, it's better than letting it go to waste, you know?
Yeah.
this is insane.
How much damage for golem arm?
Ah!
Get hit.
So
Fuzzy
hit with
the
gold.
throw.
So the throw strikes true and deals 1d4 damage. So roll 1d4.
Oh my god, that's brutal.
Max damage golem arm.
See?
Max
Fuzzy is
damage
bringing-
golem arm.
I mean, I couldn't have done that. Purity would have, like, fucking chucked it into a wall.
Max damage golem arm. Okay.
Power throw.
Guys, to be honest, I didn't think you would fight this. So I'm looking at it right now, going like, you could kill it, and I didn't actually think you were going to.
Alright, I'm a laser beam eye this
Oh.
guy.
Yeah, I
Acid
guess you
laser
probably
beam
could
eye.
have just ran from it.
It hasn't
Range
really had a
touch
chance
attack.
to hit you either. You know.
Thank God.
We were Team Disable.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And while you
Damn
did
it.
throw constructs at us and
Sadly.
negated most of our
That's
disable,
a miss,
we still
even
have
on a
enough.
touch attack.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
you're up. Actually, was
So, yeah.
that a touch attack, Ginger?
That's a ranged touch attack.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Oh,
for a touch.
snap.
It has
my
it has like an 8 touch. It's fucking huge. Touching it is easy.
Judge me.
5 acid damage. Laser beam eyes.
5-foot step forward,
5
total defense.
damage.
I did it once, I can do it again.
Valder?
Has Kraz been like mumbling to himself, seeming like he's struggling because he can't quite understand?
It's like, I
He's
don't know what
looking
I'm
at-
doing.
So can I hear him like?
Probably.
kinda-
You can probably hear him going like, this button goes here.
Oh,
that's-
this language just escapes me. And
Because
What the hell is
Not
this
much-
saying?
No!
There's not much I can do to the giant golem, so I'm gonna walk over to Kraz and see if he'd like some assistance.
You gonna aid another him?
That's one fun thing
I could
about the Thursday
also
group.
cast comprehend languages.
Oh, that's cool.
Ah.
And
always-
that lasts for an hour.
I like option B.
3 hours.
That's very cool. All right.
Can I talk to him real quick?
Yeah, of
before I
course.
cast?
Go in character. It's cool.
I see you struggling a little bit. Would you like to know the language?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this Conflight machine, but there's no way to understand this language.
I put my hand on his shoulder and cast comprehend languages on him.
Nice. Nice.
Things should be clear now, and I let him go about what he's doing.
Okay. So Golem's turn. Fucking finally again. 1, 2, 3. Gonna swing at Isil.
I guess that grease made him able to move.
God
and-
damn it! I missed. I'm pretty sure 16 doesn't hit his AC, sadly.
No.
So, Isil like sticks his shield up, catches the sword on it, gets like knocked back like 5 feet, but just is fine otherwise. You know, like manages just to brace, gets knocked back 5 feet, but that's it. Like just you know, it's totally okay. Kraz,
I read the panel
read the panel.
at 200 words per second.
The magical language that you see before you is Auran, the language most often used by elementals and elemental users within the sort of like bound, you know, elemental magic community sort of thing. It's kind of like your general elemental language that you're going to see on sort of magical panels. It is presumably an elemental speaking to you through the conduits of the machine, saying, you know, systems are online in, you know, room B and room A, and awaiting targets in room C and room D, where room E has already got a life form within, you know, who is doing something, you know.
Okay,
It's sort
yeah,
of-
is there any, like, obvious, like, here's how you stop it button?
No, but there is an input. However, the keys are also in a sort of a keyboard in like Auran. But you comprehend languages, so it's cool.
No, that's
Yeah,
not the
for
way
3
the
hours.
Conflight languages works.
Damn it! That sucks for you.
Yeah, so I can't actually operate it.
You understand the letters, but you don't know how to make words.
Like you could query,
Yeah.
you could query the elemental, so to speak. Like this thing is clearly
Okay.
like it would respond to input, but you need to know the input. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
let me think of some questions, go on to the next person.
Perfect.
push
Purity.
buttons, see what happens.
I'll
Actually, that's the best
try.
plan. You push the buttons and read what you said.
seeing how much
Actually,
how much I've hit this thing. Purity is just gonna smirk and say to the rest of the group, "Don't worry, one more clip should do it," and just like smack another one in real quick, like
Okay.
super cocky.
Alia, you're up.
And before you
Alright,
get the
she misses all
ones.
shots.
In
Yeah,
before,
before I shoot
in
myself
before
in
I
the face.
one-shot Issel on the next turn and then come for you.
Let's go and be dangerous here. Step up here.
Oh God. Attack of opportunity. You're moving in reach.
Alright. Does
Deep
he get
in
multiple
reach.
attacks of opportunities?
No.
he only
just
gets
one.
he only gets the one.
Alright, well I have mobility, so I have a 22 AC.
Okay, so he's gonna swing at you then, and he's gonna hit you.
Oh, snap.
He is gonna hit you.
My
So
turn.
as you like run in with your Arumi, like ready to, you know, strike at his leg or whatever, he's lifting the sword from the last strike and manages to catch you sort of like on the uplift, if you know what I mean, like bringing it back up, sort of point scrapes across. And he deals.
It's only a scrape.
40 damage.
25 damage.
Are you dead? Feel like you're dead.
Fuzzy down, fuzzy down. Oh
I
my God.
I rolled a 6, a 5, a 4, a 6, plus 4.
Hmm.
So it was almost max damage. It was 3 off max damage.
I'm down.
And
Down.
so dude, cinematically this is just amazing. I
dead?
love this. No, he's not dead. He's
Okay,
-5. But he runs in, right? Like Alia, she runs in with the Arumi ready, and just this huge greatsword, just she miscalculates the duck slightly and just gets like caught in the chin with like the point of this like huge blunted old greatsword, and the force of just the uplift just like uppercutting basically her as she's like charging towards it. Oh man, just in my brain it's so cool. I don't know if anybody else can see this in their brain, but I totally love it. Anyway, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, attack of opportunity.
Laser beam eyes.
Strength and a half is +4. Dunk him harder. Majestic Raven.
I believe that's a hit.
That is
I think
indeed.
Raven's
touch.
just butthurt. He doesn't have a huge sword now.
Yeah, he's just butthurt. This guy's a bigger sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this guy's got just a bigger sword. He's got to kill the Thursday team now because I want that sword, so I can go to the brig and find it.
-4. You're doing that corrosive damage, just like burning the armor plates.
Yeah, just like laser beaming him
Laser
periodically.
beam eyes. Isil, you're up.
Well,
How much damage was it, by the way?
I'd like to heal Alia, but I have to defend the rest of my team.
just defense, defense.
Total defense and 5-foot step forward.
Oh man,
Hopefully,
Oh god, he's
security.
fucking man mode Issel.
Valder.
Oh my. This is the picture I get. It's just him holding up a shield, just creeping in.
He's like, ah.
He watches one of his allies get cut down. He's like, creeping.
Fuck that.
Like, he just fucking ignoring all signs of danger and going for it.
Fight me!
I love it.
How much damage did Alia take before?
25.
25.
Jesus Christ.
Only at -5 though.
Kind of seeing the bravery of Alia. How long of a range is stabilize?
30 feet plus 5 per level. I
Okay.
think.
He's going to
You gotta take a 5-foot step.
take a 5-foot step and stabilize. Because he kind of respects the bravery, but is also kind of like, God, these people aren't the brightest.
Oh, this is
hard to win.
dangerous.
2/3
Does
of
that
the
mean
team.
I'm still unconscious, but
But
I'm
you're stable. You're not gonna.
You're not
bleed.
gonna bleed.
Not bleeding out.
Okay, so Golem turn.
My brains aren't oozing out.
Exactly.
Golem is going to swing. Dude, I just realized I could just coup de grace Fuzzy. I could just be like, Golem is going to crush Fuzzy with the giant sword.
Yeah,
What?
if he recognizes life signs, he probably could just stomp her.
You know what?
What?
You gonna
Yeah,
get
I can't stop it.
you gonna
As a
get
construct.
stomped.
As a construct, though, it would not see that, like, thinking from a robotic
Yeah,
standpoint,
I guess like it.
no one
Isil's
would see
kind
that
of.
as a threat.
Isil's
Look at
kind
the thing that just moved towards it.
You know what?
Like,
I'll
this thing
roll.
stopped moving.
Look, I'll roll a d20 for like life signs over threat signs. You know what I mean?
Because
I
I would
think
assume
that
it would
makes
be like,
sense.
oh, destroy all
This'll
threats.
actually doesn't even have a weapon out.
Well, yeah, but you're alive and you're moving. You know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah.
alive with the
You're
shield. I'm
moving
like, "Ah."
towards it.
Unfortunately, life signs take precedence, and
Oh, no.
systematically targeting enemies is
Tried
the
Fuzzy.
way to go. So the golem, instead of raising its sword, which it has like sort of lying on the ground right now, it steps forward 5 feet. It steps forward, and in stepping forward, its foot comes down, and just you hear the crunching of every bone. Just all the bones.
What,
Just-
I don't get a possible chance of rolling to survive?
Well, I'll roll damage. And
It's not going to be
critical
pretty.
damage.
It's not going to be pretty.
I was
Yeah,
like,
but
were
that
you
was
the
five
guy who
percent.
wanted to die? Like, fuck off.
Rolls a
Yeah.
D100.
So it's 21, so you need a 31 fort save. I don't know if you can roll a 31 fort save, but if you'd like to.
Yeah, and even my
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to roll
So-
fort stack for Berserker, Barbarian.
so basically all the bones are crunched, and unfortunately Alia's life is brought to an abrupt end.
After last session, this is such a surprise.
In a moment.
I literally was not trying to kill her. I thought
No,
I'd be
no,
fine with
this
the
is
story.
totally unplanned. Just for those of you who are harboring suspicions, this is totally unplanned. And she is crushed in a fantastic moment of doom by the
considering-
giant golem.
I'll put it this way, Fuzzy. I know you had doubts about this character. I know what it's like to lose a character in mid-session. It sucks balls.
That's okay. I'm gonna give Fuzzy some guys to play with. Don't worry.
It's okay. I'll crit them all. No.
Considering, Elf didn't actually plan for us to fight this guy, I really thought we were just gonna pass it, so...
I thought you were gonna get the fuck
door,
out.
The other door is locked, so it's like Alia's like must secure way of getting the fuck out of here.
Oh god, the stepping. Anyway,
I had the door locked.
so that's the turn for it. Like the full. Actually, it's a full round action, so it can 5-foot step in a full round action. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right. So Kraz, you're up.
Okay, here is my inquiry.
Alia just X.
I say I type in because I can read the letters, but I can't like discern what it means. So I'm just going to type in the language that I understand. What sector does the what sector contains the main control panel?
Can you type this? Can you do a linguistics or like a what is that? Like knowledge what or like what? Like a
It would be
linguistics
linguistics.
check.
Yeah, that would be linguistics. I don't think
Basically,
I have
be
it,
you
but-
quickly translating.
Because
What you're typing
for
into what
for
you're
what you're
saying.
saying is you comprehend
okay.
you have comprehend languages, but the keyboard is in the letters of the language, if you know what I mean, rather than like full words. So you have a bit of a struggle, but you do get out like main control. You know what I mean? Like you get that sort of prompt out, and you get a response like quickly. Scrolling across the screen in orange symbol. That the main control is in the like a little map pops up, and like blinks a light sort of where the main control panel is, and it seems to be like in the next hallway, basically, like
Okay.
through the door and in the hall.
So at this point, I turn to name is hidden.
Valder.
Schvalder.
Is the name hidden?
And I say, we need to wrap this up and move on. The main control panel's coming up soon. It should be in the next room, according to these plans.
He's telling me that?
Yeah, I'm telling that to you.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
No. All right then.
Well,
I'll run towards the golem. I mean, whenever it comes to my turn, but...
Yeah, purity.
Um.
I'll take a couple steps over here.
Okay, I'll roll to confirm crit. Not confirmed.
Sadly not.
But
How many
It's
crits
there.
do you fucking need?
hey, man, this is the life I chose. 3. Oh wait, no. I won't add it. I'm bad. Don't worry.
Okay.
on. 3.
So how much is that total?
Just 3.
Just 3.
Because I didn't hit with the second hit.
Okay. Cool.
I
Alia
got him using
is
point
dead.
blank, so I should be using +1s. on the things.
Zzz.
Laser beam eyes.
Laser beam eyes. Poor Alia. At least I got to be descriptive. Is all I have to say.
Oh, crit.
Nice. Roll to confirm.
Get an 8 or higher.
Nope.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's confirmed. Touch attack. Touch attack, man.
Oh, snap. Okay.
So
What do
roll
I-
on the D50, dirty the 50s.
It's a good thing
Actually,
we're getting all these
It's a
crits.
spell, but
Oh, it is a spell, but you know what?
Spell's
I'll
good
let it.
crit.
I'll let it roll anyway.
33, and what do I roll now?
Yeah,
It can't bleed.
it can't bleed, so you
it was
just
the
roll.
non-lethal. But
Yeah, no, that's the bleed one actually.
Like double damage,
Um,
or what?
You roll, you
Yeah.
roll an additional double damage, exactly.
Oh, wait, I gotta write roll. That's not gonna work. 13.
13.
Yeah.
13 is actually enough to take it down. The corrosive touch just
Just take off his
super
head, 'cause
blasts the helmet, and it just like goes falls.
I'm gonna go
Lifeless.
stand next to it
Jump back.
triumphantly.
I'm gonna
'Cause I'm
look
a
over to
boss.
Kraz and be like, was
Uh,
that quick enough?
Yeah. but-
I'm gonna take out my hammer and hit Didier in the back of the leg to get him off of Elia.
Get what the fuck, man?
Sorry, I didn't notice she was dead. She's kind of
I'm
just
gonna
like a
look at
smear on the ground at this
Alia's-
point.
Yeah.
It's not a pretty sight. It is not a pretty corpse. She was a pretty bird, but it's not a pretty corpse. It is a twisted, mangled, smashed up bone, bloody smear mess of feathers. That's what it is. It isn't even
I'm
a
gonna look
corpse,
at,
really.
Kraz and go,
I don't think I can heal her.
Oh, brutal.
I'm afraid this one's time has passed, it seems.
I'm gonna walk slightly over
Is there
towards
a way
the
to make her a
door
little
that's
more,
locked and be like, "Hey, Kraz, you know how to unlock the door, right? When are we gonna leave?"
It doesn't
Have
even
some
care.
respect, and I glance over him with like,
give a funeral of some sort to
"Congrats."
restore the corpse enough that it doesn't look this bad?
I can try, but I don't have anything of that amount of power. Perhaps our friends in the water collectors can aid us in that department.
I was hoping that there would be something simpler. I'm not much of a versed magic user. Oh well. It's quite unfortunate that Elia had to go that way.
That was
I
unfortunate.
would have healed her had the
really, really unfortunate.
monster died earlier.
Oh boy, that. Oh man.
But we're here for a reason. We better not make her loss in vain.
I'm
Fair
gonna kind of
enough.
see the sense that he had on his face whenever he told me that. And I'm gonna turn around, just kind of looking at the door, and giving him a moment. But I don't really care because that's just the way my character is.
Fair enough. He's
Death,
just like.
death doesn't bother him at all, and it's not he didn't know him because he doesn't like to get close to people anyway. So
The immediate danger passed, and we don't have to play this out or whatever. But I'm going to make a more detailed fetish since we're not pressed for time at the moment.
Yeah.
And
Pull a few
I'm a-
feathers out and
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Fetish
go.
was missing
yeah.
things.
I'm gonna go take a look at that other thing's gun.
Oh, you're
It's
the
in-
the wreckage gun.
The
It
wreckage
is.
gun.
It is a large arm-mounted hackbutt. Your chances of like actually getting it off the arm are fairly limited.
I try.
Um,
Knowledge engineering. I'm taking it off.
Strength check.
Okay.
Roll. What do I roll?
Knowledge.
18.
Knowledge engineering. Apparently, Kilroy's gonna like lift it off the arm. There are a couple
No, I'm
bolts.
just gonna disable it.
There-
16.
There are a couple of bolts you manage to, unscrew and you can get it free of the arm, but it's a large hackbutt. This thing, the ammo is fed through the arm, basically, so, like, without the arm, your chances of, like, actually using it are
I kind of,
really slim.
have it, and I look at it, and I like realize, and I just kind of like toss it, and I'm like, fuck.
You kind of
this.
toss a large hackbutt. You realize kind
he's
of
a large
tossing
guy.
that is going to be... Oh, he is a large guy, you're right. Never mind.
I'm big,
Never mind.
How much
It's
does
good.
it? How much does
and I
it
got
weigh?
a. the
How much
belt
does
of
it weigh?
strength.
Yes.
Probably, like... Oh, shit. A large hackbutt? I'm not sure.
It'll probably be enough to encumber me significantly,
It's
but I
probably
might
like
wanna pick it
it's
up on the
probably
way
like
back.
40 pounds, something like that.
Yeah.
Probably a bit more than 40, but
Well, I'm tentatively, I don't know how much
It's-
it would weigh.
Okay.
really hard to
So-
count out.
roll a D100.
I'm going to remind you on the way back, but I want to pick that up to study it later
Sure.
on the way out.
Deceased Fuzzy.
Can I just go ahead and put that on my sheet?
Deceased Fuzzy. You're bumping the frames, unfortunately, Fuzzy. You need to shorten that.
Do you mind if I just add that onto my sheet?
Yeah,
for
you
now?
can throw it on there.
Just put
Why
in
don't you
dead
just write
2D.
dead?
There we go, dead Fuzzy.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I doubt the doors can do much worse than that.
I'll open this door.
Okay. So you open the door, step in, and you can see that there are several of the smaller version.
are they animated?
I believe.
Like a-
They do not actually appear to be animated. No, they appear to be inactive.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Virtue on myself.
Kilroy, Kraz will remember reading on the Orin overlay, the screen, that
They don't have targets currently.
It had said awaiting targets, like awaiting stimuli. Basically.
Don't activate them. Hold on. The panel should be somewhere in this room. I might be able to disable it before we
In fact,
before we deal
you
with
can
this.
see the aforementioned panel like right here.
Yes, of course.
Awesome.
I'm going to look at these tables behind them, though.
You're going to
Like
look at
more
these.
paperwork and-
You're going into the room.
Yeah. The other ones we walked right past, so What
It's
is
like,
it
don't
will
worry,
do?
I won't activate these Ruffles papers.
Kilroy, roll knowledge engineering right now.
It's 9, not enough.
Roll another one.
Okay.
Just because this is for a specific.
Nope.
Oh, fuck. Okay, roll initiative, Isel.
Good
and
God.
People.
Glad I
This
cast first
man,
for myself.
jeez.
Isel wandering into the room. They're like, target! This one, by the way, has an axe like the ones at the front.
Oh, they activate when you go inside. Ah, that makes sense now.
That makes sense!
I understand. Fuzzy, would you like a golem?
No, I want to save my voice. It hurts enough already.
Alright, man. Just giving you the option. Just like I did Phoenix with the
Yeah.
Ankegs. I'm happy to give you a
I know.
golem.
If I didn't
Alright.
have to sore throat, I would.
Yeah, for sure. So, have you guys thrown your initiative in there yet?
Oh,
I
we
threw
all
my
do?
6 in, but
Do we have to
well,
reroll?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you guys are going to be involved in the combat.
So you want us to re-roll it?
Yeah, please.
Ha 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 ha. Got higher this time.
Huh, oh god. I'm slower than Issel.
Got higher than the crab.
Hey, I'm not last.
I'm not last.
That's my only goal, is to get higher than Kilroy on every initiative roll, because we have the same +10 modifier.
All I have to say, guys, is it's good. It's good if Kraz rolls high initiative, because he can try and engineer the shit out of these things, like rather than like you guys having to fight everything.
that's true.
He can like
I'll
try to
just
turn him
shoot
off
shit.
real quick.
That's what I do.
Okay. So are we all initiatived up? Can I?
Mm-hmm.
I am.
I think so, yes.
Cool. Purity, you're first.
You can remove Alia, by the way.
No, because I want her to be able to see.
I mean, from the initiative order.
Oh, right. But like, if you want to use your token to be able to see what's going on, Fuzzy, totally can. No worries.
This dead body's moving!
So Purity, you're first.
Floating around, dead body. Fucking.
I will, I'll move to here. Hold on.
The corpse of the late Alia comes
I'll move to
shambling into the
here.
room.
And I will... Is that enough? Yeah, I'll
Izzo
point
goes
blank
nuts.
for 19.
Blank for 19. On the little one, that's a hit.
Yeah. Alright. Since it's point blank, I've been forgetting it's a +1 damage as well. So, 7.
7 damage
Didn't-
to the golem.
Yeah, I forgot to add that to every single roll on the big goal.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made that much of a difference.
No, but on these guys it might.
By the way, guidance would be off of you by now. It only lasts for a minute.
Yeah.
That's fine. I didn't use it at all.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Kraz.
Also, guidance only lasts for one
Dang it.
attack.
Yeah, I've got macros, so I don't I don't add my buffs.
Kraz.
Okay, I got 19 for engineering and a 16 for linguistics. I'm trying to input a specific command for a query. How do I disable disabling robots? Just simple.
Okay. You get a splashback from the Auron elemental, the air elemental, within the controls, that says enter key, basically like enter correct code, enter security code.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
It's time to do some knowledge engineering hacking.
To hack, yeah, I was about to say.
He busts open the console, starts hot wiring it.
Messes up like
Oh, boy.
Stuff.
Solder point A to point B.
It's the red one to the blue one, obviously. All right, Valder.
I yell over at Balder to get on this side to hopefully prevent people from coming from other rooms further in.
I'll move about right here, and this way I can also assist him until I see. Like,
Until you see
something.
enemies, yeah.
So I'll say I'm assisting him.
Perfect. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Okay. This guy's turn. He's gonna step up on Isel and be like, "Wachang," and miss. This guy's turn. He's going to chunk, 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 right there, and can't move any further. Issel.
Weird not being able to see him.
Wondering how quickly these robots managed to get over and trap me. Total defense.
Total defense.
Shield.
the only thing Issel ever does. Ah! Okay.
Yo, Issel's not a fucking
Let's talk about this.
dragon. He's an armadillo.
He's an armadillo.
That's what we need him for, though.
He's not an armadillo. He's an armordillo.
I'm gonna aid another Kilroy.
Okay. Everybody's just like, do your thing, man. You gotta roll d20 for aid another.
Do I get any pluses?
It's just a
or
flat
just
d20.
Oh, did I need to do that as well?
You do indeed.
Yes.
Boom! 18.
If Purity was a melee inquisitor, I would totally run up next to you and use,
So Kilroy's currently getting a
Be more
+4
teeth,
aid
but-
another. They're like,
Hell
no, click
yeah.
that one. No, the red one. Yeah. Purity.
Seeing Big Boy just join the party. I'll 5 foot here. I think I'm still within. I'm easily within 30. Point blank rapid.
Okay. Those are 2 hits.
Okay. So a total of 8. Shut up. I've already done work this session.
It's good.
I
Shut
don't
up, man.
expect
I
a
killed
hit.
like 2 of those.
2. You're shooting the little one or the big one? The big one, right?
Big one.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Kraz.
And I made one fall down multiple times.
Yeah, I just dealt all the damage to it.
29.
What?
I'm hacking it.
You are just like,
I got the
I
last
read. They're like crowding you, like, you press the button, press it, and Kilroy's like, Kraz is like, I read a book that talked about the old Garrus security codes. Oh my fucking god! And he goes like, and he just enter, and then it goes, the Orin message flashes across the screen like code accepted, and then all of the golems stop. They like the one with its axe raised high just stops, axe raised high, doesn't move. Like totally frozen in the pose that it's in. Like Issel is still like sandwiched between 2 golems, like going like but they're not moving. Nothing moves.
He goes, I once knew a guy who said the password was password and types it in.
So I just kind of at this point I'm like, well, a job well done.
Hey, babe, I got this.
Just like scoot
like,
off.
lower my shield a little, like.
They're not attacking. Did you see something there?
I kind of pat him on the back and say, you are ugly, but at least you are intelligent. Can't move.
I just saw you move. Again.
Yeah, I
I'm
moved
gonna ask Kraz, is there a way that we could like try to permanently, like, are they permanently disabled? I'm gonna ask him that first.
I'm not really sure if they're permanently disabled, but at least for now they'll probably be out of our way.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna lower my shield because apparently the fighting has stopped.
It has indeed.
I take specific note of the code that I input, by the
Okay,
way.
perfect.
And turn back around and start looking at these things on the table.
The code, by the
There are
way, is
things-
the word aquamarine in Orin.
Okay, cool. I'll write that down. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle.
Indeed.
I'm guessing it's just more papers on these?
Yeah, it's sort of old documents and so forth.
Are they the same kind of crumbly?
Yeah, like, you probably don't want to touch them. You probably want to get guys in here to do that.
I look into
This room still looks good for future preservation. We should not mess with anything in there.
Do I think,
like
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Do I think Mage-Hand could possibly lift one of them without crumbling it?
It's possible, but, like, where would you put it? You know what I mean?
I just kind of have it, like, floating a little bit to be able to try to see if I could read it.
Sure. I mean, if you want to.
Alright, I'm gonna try to Mage-Hand.
So you're gonna mage hand, you lift some papers off the desk, they float over towards you, and can you read Orin?
Oh,
It's in
no.
Goreskian.
Hey, Kraz!
Well, now that you mention it,
I'm gonna call for Kraz to come over to me.
The documents detail as you read small parts of them. You don't get all of it together, but reading small parts of it as your eyes can allow, so to speak, in terms of there's dirt over it and there's you don't want to touch it sort of thing. You see that it looks like the construction and sort of diagnostic of the individual golems that have been sort of put here. The security. Clearly, this is also like a study of these machines, and it looks like an attempt to make them a little bit less, brutal to their allies.
they didn't do a good job.
No, apparently not.
Okay, so I instruct him to not touch these books at all, because they could be extremely useful, but at the same time, the method needs a little bit of improvement before these things could possibly be put towards any use.
Yeah, that's why I just simply mage hand, like a loose paper,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll like let it like shift back and lay down on the desk without really moving it around too much or anything else.
Okay.
If
perfect.
you have anything like that could be used to repair mundane objects, I'll detect magic to see if these papers are magical.
They aren't. It's just documentation.
Okay.
So
we might be able to repair them to a movable condition given enough time.
So Fuzzy's gonna jump out so he can just spectate from my point of view rather than
Being
watching.
Being that he can read the language, like if he did a perception check, could he like try to see if there's any special documents or anything like that, just like laying directly on the table?
It's certainly possible.
You want to do that, Chris?
Sure, absolutely.
So what are
You're
you
the only one
rolling?
that can read the language right
I'm
now,
just
so.
taking a potion in.
18, not bad.
Yeah, you don't see anything that looks like it's any sort of different documentation or like top secret government information or anything like that. Clearly these rooms are sort of designed around the research of the golems, and clearly it's one or two people who've been working and documenting these things. As the handwriting is sort of similar on most of the documentation. It looks like it's been a long process, because there's quite a lot. But it looks mostly mundane in terms of like its engineering information more than anything.
These notes are quite extensive. Given enough time to study them, I'm sure I could learn volumes from them, but nothing here could really help us at the moment, at least. It doesn't seem.
Then nothing that'll help directly. Okay. It never hurts to check, and I'll just walk out the room.
I nod at him and walk with him.
Purity will say to Issel, I wrote you off for a minor convenience in our party, and yet you seem to be a better distraction than that giant green fellow orc.
Orog. And I don't
yes.
like being called a distraction. I am your defender.
Well, whatever you are, keep up the good work, and I may finally acknowledge you by
whatever you are.
whatever name you go by.
Issel.
As Purity's saying this, I'll kind of look at her and be like, y'all have been of great use, and I appreciate the help. Like, the compliments are rare for this guy, and he just gave out a compliment to the group. It's like,
I'll take a quick glance over these ones. Looks more like more papers, or like no weapons or anything in here.
No, it's same sort of deal as the second room. I was kind of describing both of them when I was talking about like the two rooms.
There's 85 grenades. Take them all.
70 million grenades!
Issel, I think for once we might be in a position where you can open a door safely. However, I am going to go over to the panel just in case.
Kraz is like,
Yeah, hey.
wait a sec. Goes over. Okay,
I'll go over and help him.
Okay, you open the door there, Issel. You
Yeah.
walk in here, and this place is a fucking treasure trove. You're looking on these shelves, it's like racks and racks of things that you think could be used for deadly purpose. There are like daggers that look like brass daggers with sort of engraving on them that looks like the magic stuff you've seen the golems have engraving on them. There are the grenade that you've seen before, like various sort of like shelves of that sort of thing. There are a couple of pistols, like on various shelves that look like they've been modified for certain purposes. There are, golem heads separated from their body that look like could be, the central nervous system of a golem if you put it together correctly. There's all kinds of shit in here. Like, this place is This place is like a gold mine of ancient technology. Well, ancient, the old technology.
As
All right,
soon as
I'm
we
gonna go
walk in
around and
see this,
appraise the crap out of everything.
as soon as we walk in and see all this, I turn to Isle and I go, Kobold, this is the room we were looking for.
So yeah, I'm gonna just walk around and appraise the crap out of everything. Whoosh! That's my appraise roll.
Okay. As you're looking around, you can see that this shit would be worth a lot if you had a market to sell it to. However, you also know that the Red Ravens would fucking want this. Like
I know. I'm
throwing,
just appraising. Like,
No,
what's
I'm
the
just-
most?
I'm just saying, like, you don't really have like monetary worth to assign to these things because you've never seen one for sale ever. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
These grenades, they are nowhere else. Like,
So what you do is you take as many as you can and build up your own Brig army. Be like, I have this. Would you work for this?
I'm gonna snag a couple of the grenades, taking delicate care not to press anything that looks like a button.
something
on it.
that may also be of particular interest to you, Kraz, is an interface. What looks like a small panel, like an interface device, like a
Oh my god, I love panels.
almost like a handheld panel. You know what I mean? Like
Dude,
a tablet
you get the
panel.
universal controller.
I will take that panel.
As to Valder Lightbane, there are lots of different cool weapons in here.
Actually,
all kinds of
I know what
nasty
to look
stuff.
for.
What?
Isil's gonna look across the tables and try to see if there's any things shaped like that key that we lost.
Oh, the
in
triangular
other place.
key? There
Yeah.
are like 4 or 5 different keys. These are like, one of them is sort of green lit, one of them is blue lit, one of them is sort of more rounded on the edges. They clearly they're like key design rather than the actual key, because it's not shaped particularly. But you could manufacture the correct key from these keys. You know what I mean?
Is there anything specific Baldur was looking for in the first place, or it was just like to find the room? and
Well,
see what
it was just like to find the riches of lost, treasure and Atlantisness, I assume. I don't, If you
Yeah.
do you have something specific you're looking for? Cuz I can work it in. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll think about it a little bit.
sure,
I'm
let
not
me know
entirely
if
sure, 'cause I
there
didn't-
is something in character that you think your character would be looking for, and we'll work it.
It's that +5 greatsword that was rumored to be in here.
Oh yeah, well that doesn't matter. He can have a +5 greatsword because he's out of here next session, so I don't care. You know what I
There
mean?
you go.
back.
He's got an artifact.
So yeah, I'm gonna take a look on these shelves, see if I can find anything that I can discern to be like more
hold
out
on.
of the ordinary.
I
than
will
normal.
give you like a more specific
Okay,
loot
cool.
thing if you give me perception checks.
Damn perception.
I've got it.
I li-
I'm gonna
I
look
like
for
appraise
potions.
better.
You're gonna look for potions.
Yes.
Plenty
Potions.
of potions of cure moderate. Plenty of potions of cure moderate, like 5 of them.
Okay, yeah, I see a lot.
You do see a lot, indeed. So you find several pairs of gloves that look pretty cool. They got like some magical insignias on them, and they look pretty awesome. You also find a hang on, I'm looking for stuff. You also find a couple of candles, maybe 3 candles, which Purity, of course, would instantly identify as candles of truth, because of the whole Florian thing. You also find I'm reading through loot and rolling for loot. You also find some goggles.
I go take a look at those goggles and
Some
gloves.
goggles
if I
of
see
the
them.
night, the 60-foot
Oh.
dark vision goggles that you have seen before.
The ones that I have, you mean?
Indeed.
I don't care about those. wanna
I'll
go
go
take a
ahead
look at
and
those
grab that
gauntlets.
pair. If, nobody else jumps at 'em.
And you find. Oh man, what else do you find? I gotta find. I'm like, loot is the one thing I'm terrible at. Well, other than
I
all
think
the
it's
other,
something like
other than all the other things I'm terrible at.
Find a ring that
Um,
makes 1 thing purple per day.
Yeah. So the several pairs of gloves you find are clearly used for they're gloves of apprentices cheating, or apprentices cheating gloves, which are like you can use prestidigitation at will if you're wearing them, sort of thing. So like if you want to fake magic, these are the gloves. And there are a couple of them that look like they've been made to do that through like etching, if you know what I mean, like the same magical engineering that you've seen. There is an awesome looking blade laying across one of the shelves, in the style of the Golem's greatsword, but smaller, and it can be identified as a blade of binding. It is a sword blade that transforms into a metal chain and wraps around the target when struck. Basically makes the strike into a grapple. And aids on grapple checks at a +5. And there's other stuff. You can look up Blade of Binding if you want to see the exact details.
I've got it. Are there any objects in here that, for like, where all we know, we have no idea what it does?
Oh, there are tons of that.
That brings me to what I want
I'll
to
take one of
do.
those.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to cast Detect Magic and see if I can single out the most powerful magic in the room.
The most powerful magic in the room comes from a triangular object on the middle shelf on the far back wall.
I'm gonna just grab the gloves and the sword, man.
Guys, I think we might want to take a look at this. I want to look and see if I see any runes around it.
It's certainly like etched magically, like the stuff that you've seen before. It's like a little pyramid.
I got a
It's
black cape
it's
for
about as like this big, you know, sort of like as big as my head.
Does it look like it's connected to anything around, or like?
It's certainly
like
not
picking this up
connected.
in a-
Nope, it's not going to yank anything out or anything like that. But roll perception.
Okay.
No, you don't know.
All right. So I usher the party over and say, I don't know what's going to happen when we pick this thing up, but this is something we can't ignore over here.
Cool.
Anyone going to come over? Or...
Yeah. Give me a
Izzle's disappeared.
Okay, what is this thing? Sorry, just remind me. I was writing something.
I point at the triangular what?
It's like a little pyramidoidal etched, you know, markings, sort of brass blue lines through it type deal.
Can I roll Knowledge Arcana?
Okay.
You can.
I will as well.
What's my
Hey.
bet? Okay.
Elf.
Yeah, what's up?
Just as a quick segue, could there be like Valder was looking for the clamor box? Like
Could-
he heard that it may possibly have been in here.
Could be. I like
I mean,
it.
because he's haunted, so you know whenever he does stuff, that's his like curse for being an oracle.
I certainly like it. And in fact, perhaps that is what he finds. There you go. Done. All I needed was a goal, and I can provide you with the success. Anyway, hang on.
Along with taking like grenades.
Oh yeah, you know
like
all
that.
the cool,
Of course,
all of the cool
stocking up on some weapons. Why wouldn't he?
all
Well,
the
in
cool
that
stuff.
case, Purity was looking for a greater slaying arrow.
Yeah, no, you can go fuck
Yeah,
yourself.
You're gonna be here next time. I'm not.
So,
How many
Not what
grenades
need,
can I
I'm
grab?
out.
It's just one arrow, Elf. What can
guys,
I do with it?
guys, don't stock up too hard on the fucking grenades. This is like
Yeah.
most of this is like for your dudes, not for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I'm
you
gonna
can
go
take
in
like
for
one. You know what I mean?
The more grenades we have, the
This is
more of
best
us will
for-
die next session.
Yeah, if you'd like to stock up on grenades, I'll throw fucking more golems at you. Okay,
All
anyway.
right, I'm gonna not
I
take a
believe
grenade.
this would be best for the Red Ravens, not for us.
But in relation to those checks, GTA Knowledge
Take this
Arcana
to you
and
as
Kilroy
possible.
Knowledge Arcana.
Arcana and then engineering.
I don't see the first roll. I only see.
I don't see
The
the-
first roll's a 13. The second roll's a 19.
Okay.
Knowledge planes do anything for this? Knowledge planes.
Okay, I see it.
No, knowledge planes won't do anything for it.
Okay.
You know that it is like a central mechanism thing. You know, it certainly seems important, like it would mesh with a larger, target rather than being magic on its own, which it certainly is. It looks like it is more of a key into something else.
Guys, this cannot get into the hands of Urso. I think that this would activate not only one subsystem, this might be the whole shebang right here.
That's very interesting. And if we find the right spot and it's not destroyed, then I guarantee we should probably consider hiding it or using it.
Anybody
ourselves.
Anybody who's been on the first tier before, roll perception.
I've been alive for a long time.
I mean the
Still
first
alive.
tier of this building, as in the building where you met Urso. Like anybody who was here
Oh, yeah,
first
okay.
session.
Boom, 8.
Yeah, you don't know shit.
Uh,
You
knowledge
are-
what?
Valder, you don't know shit either, but you haven't been
Yeah.
there.
Actually, yeah, Balder's been pretty much everywhere in the area because he's talked to everyone. not on bad terms with
I
anyone.
guess he probably has, but you don't know shit.
Would
Yeah.
Purity make a roll for this?
No.
What knowledge is this?
This is perception. This is the perception check I had you do before, Kilroy. You don't need to do it.
Oh, okay.
You already did it and fucked it up.
Okay.
You
So
done did it, fucked
1,
it,
2,
boy.
3. Is anybody else DTA rolls? Okay, no, we're good. Okay.
It's looking. Like
So basically,
roll.
basically none of you remember anything necessary that you need to remember. So, sad face.
Okay.
But you know that this thing is important, and that's kind of what I got for you today. Honestly,
I'm gonna present that blade of binding that we just found. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna give it to Orog when we get back.
okay. Nice.
I'm going to pick it up and hide it in the deepest, darkest cranny of the, like, mesh that I call clothing.
Okay, you're just gonna stash that thing far away. I
And the
gotcha.
other gloves of prestidigitation I give to Kraz, because you said there's 2 pairs, right?
Yes, I would greatly
So I give-
appreciate it.
I give him a pair of gloves of prestidigitation.
It's apprentices' cheating gloves, is what they're called.
Okay, I'll write that
They
down.
are used to prestidigitation at will, even if you're not a magical person.
Do they weigh
Okay.
anything?
Nope, they're basically cloth gloves.
And the blade of binding, like I said, I'm gonna give to Orog, so
Sure.
I won't put it in my my possessions.
Sure.
You should probably write it down for
In
yourself.
comes Loki, god of tricks. Thank you for finding my toy. Yoink, Loki steals.
Hey, Elf, could I make an interesting proposition for Kraz?
You can indeed.
So, Kraz, I have come to kind of like your group, and I have no interest in whatever that key may hold, and I don't align myself with anyone, nor does anyone necessarily mess with me. So if you wanted to hide it, I could possibly keep it and hide it myself, and if you ever needed it, just come find me, because
am I
I
hearing
do
this?
trust you quite a bit.
Probably. I mean, he's not far away from you.
No, Valder. That's gonna be in the possession of the Red Ravens from now on, and you're not a member of the Red Ravens. I'm very sorry.
Very well. It's just,
Well,
There's a
you have
proposition.
built up a significant amount of, at least, prowess. This needs to be handled with delicate care. While I agree that you might be a potential host
I
for
may
it,
be
since
inclined, so to speak, to help y'all out in the future, if you so desired, and I may join the Red Ravens if that will help your cause, so to say.
we are
Now,
always.
I don't necessarily trust too many of the other members. I don't trust many people, and the Kobold I'm still not sure about. Kraz, I do sense that you are a knowledgeable and well met person. So I would be willing to join your cause if it could further a goal that you so saw fit. And if you ever defected, I would go with you. You know, it's kind of like me and Kraz got that like tight bond.
I get you.
Very well. And I perform a knighting. No, I'm just kidding. No.
I dub thee Sir Asshole. Welcome to the group.
Alright, but yeah, no, I agree to the terms, but I do appreciate it, and I will seek your services in the future if needed. But for now, the key stays with us. I have someone in particular that might want to hold on to this.
Very well.
That might be able to keep it safer than any of us.
Perfecto. Perfecto. Grabs the cloak she's taking off the largest goal and attempting to place it upon herself. It is like a 16-foot cloak. Like, you can't... It's like a blanket for, like, 2 king-size beds at once.
That's
like,
fine.
You can't wear it.
What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut it up into a fashion of which I could wear, and then use the extra material to make a hood.
Okay, so what you have right now is like a dark green cloak. Like, makeshift cloak, if you do that. And it has on it, like, a quarter of the symbol of Old Garath. Which I haven't made up yet.
only a quarter of it?
Well, because it's a fucking huge cloak, and you, like, cut it into pieces.
Okay. I can go with that.
It's not, like, checkered. It's like there's a big symbol on the fucking back, and you cut it into pieces.
That'll work.
So it's old, you know, moth-eaten material, and you cut it into a cloak. I get you. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much brings me to a close, honestly. The rest is, like, you go back, you do your, you know, various things back.
I have one more thing to do.
What's up?
When we do return to the Red Ravens, I go to the leaders.
Yeah.
And I wish to approach the main leader, you know, like the council president or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I ask him if there are any honorary positions that we could do as like a temporary member or something along those lines.
Temporary member of the Ravens?
Sure. Not a solidified thing, but like, you know, a preferred mercenary of sorts.
Finad basically says, you know, generally those who come to our ranks through force, like those who are former magpies or those who are, you know, of any of the other factions that come through to us are temporary members. I don't really expect loyalty out of them, and nor do I demand, you know, us above all else, including themselves. So it's not really, you know, this isn't a sworn knighthood. This is a group that works together. If he wants to work with us or they want to work with us, that's perfectly fine. You know, that is sort of the deal.
Very well. So I return to Valdair, and I offer him a badge and say, you do not necessarily have to commit to our cause, but while operating with us, it might be prudent to wear this.
To identify as one of us, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the badge and just kind of like hide it away and be like, I will still probably stay to myself and go where I please for the most part without being disturbed as I normally do. But if a time comes where you specifically have something you would like a favor of me to fulfill, I may be so inclined to do so.
You know, a favor.
Well, it's more so
He's
like,
hitting on you.
you know, if Kraz comes to him and is like, hey man, you know, we'd like you to help us with this.
Of course, yeah.
But whereas, like, if one of the head leaders of the Red Ravens came and was like, hey, we'd like you to do this, I'd more than likely be like, I don't think so.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I don't know.
An ambassador of sorts.
Sure. Sounds good. Sounds good. So I'm gonna cap it off there. I know it's a little bit early, but that kind of works for me, honestly.
I'm gonna go reinstate capitalism.
You're gonna go reinstate capitalism in the market. I hope you had a good time, Lightspath, and you enjoyed sitting in for Orog. Hopefully, we'll get another opportunity to get you in at some point. I always like to try and keep tabs on the characters that we've introduced and so forth. Always fun.
It was fun. Thank you.
And for those of you who are watching on the archive, I'm gonna stop the recording now. Bye.